He does it himself anyway.
Somebody said in the Effective Elite stream.
You know what that is, Jeremy Hecht?
What's that?
That's called culture. Start your goddamn episode.
Facts. We are live.
The bigger picture.
Veggies are here. The veggies are here. We got the broccoli. Look, I'm taking the jacket off. We got the,
Joe Buddy.
We got the broccoli. We got the broccoli, boys.
Did you knock your mic out?
Fuck you got on the shirt? What is that? You got a hybrid vegetable in your shirt?
I got a hybrid vegetable on my shirt.
That's
Where'd
what
you get that
you
shirt
custom
from?
made a broccoli jacket?
I custom made a broccoli shirt.
You custom made a
You
broccoli
couldn't pick
jacket?
a different shirt?
This is all they had. It was last minute.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. But we got the veggies.
So DJ Hecht, I'm Elliott Wilson, actually.
Jeremy Hecht.
DJ Head, we outside. You know what I'm saying?
Why does Jeremy Hecht not get credit for bringing the world the broccoli? As far as I know, he started this movement.
Did he?
Did anyone call it broccoli before me?
I don't think they did.
I love how Jeremy Hecht, being from Canada, is trying to appropriate the culture of someone from Compton.
I am not trying to
Revisionist
appropriate
white history?
Compton culture.
That's crazy.
I'm
what
trying to-
we've learned this year alone is that white men from Canada.
Oh, God.
Come on.
This is
What?
where we're going.
What?
But,
Mind,
you
body,
can
and
call
soul?
me a white man from Canada. Give him biracial.
Give who?
The other man you're talking
I
about.
wasn't talking. I'm talking about you.
Okay, white man from
Let's
Canada.
stay on you.
Okay, stay on me.
Yeah, it's all good though. Go off, King. You know what I'm saying?
Squabble
I
up.
appreciate you being intact.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I see what you did there.
We received it. We received the
No,
broccoli.
but let's. Can we go back to that? Because the video just dropped.
Yeah.
This is the big. First of all, today is the day why we created this goddamn show.
This is what we're here for.
I think so.
Yeah.
Why do we create this show?
Because we saw in the culture something phenomenal going on. This Kendrick battle with old boy. And I'm not saying his name anymore. It's my new
Okay. All right.
thing.
He's a fragile op.
I'm a fragile op, so I
Okay.
can't say
Yeah,
his
yeah,
name. But I like that. So my autobiography is going to be called Fragile Op. I'm taking that. Sorry, Steve Lacy, my light-skinned brother from Compton. I'm going to take Fragile Op is mine. I'm optimizing it. I'm taking it. But somebody said that, yo, you every day you need to thank the old boy for this show, why you created this show with DJ Head, blah, blah. The guy we have to thank is Kendrick Duckworth Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar Duckworth.
Sorry, Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. There you go. Too excited. Because we're here. And he made an amazing album, which we're going to talk about. And everybody's fiending to hear what we have to say about the album. But in the meantime, in between time, we go back to the song that Jeremy Hecht brought to the world, man. How did you do it, Jeremy? Can we go back to that? Like, I don't understand how he woke up one day, talk about we didn't, did y'all plan this? Is this one of your little skits y'all do?
This wasn't a skit. Like,
How the fuck did you bring? How did Jeremy? I can't curse.
Why can't
I
Jeremy?
apologize, Jeff.
Why do you
You want me to
YouTube
get
every
my
time
credit?
with your cussing?
I don't
Carson,
ask for credit very
California,
often.
cussing ass motherfucker, man.
I
What's you?
don't stand on things very often. I don't say like, I just
That's
this,
not
I just
true.
do that.
You stand on everything often.
Okay, well,
Okay,
I don't
This
ask.
is the craziest thing ever.
No, that.
It's not the
I have
craziest
crazy
thing ever.
takes, but I don't stand on
Okay,
needing
first-
credit.
Everybody's
very often.
talking about it. Three dudes is talking about
Three
it.
dudes. It's treated.
Okay, K-Dot made an incredible video and did the snippet, which he does great. He's done great snippets of songs that never come out. That's his history, right? So
What do you,
First
this happened
credit
one time.
goes to Kendrick.
3 times.
No, all right. Remember he has him in the car with the homies?
okay.
Yeah, and then he
we
just
never
tried-
got that slap.
He just
King.
did another one. I say he's now reincarnating snippets where there's one that you get
You want to rap
and then
so
you
bad.
never. I
Give
do.
the
I
bounce.
got bars. But listen, one day I woke up and I was looking in my fridge and I was like, I don't have the greenery that I needed to make the smoothie that I wanted. And it reminded me of when Kendrick said he woke up and he was looking for broccoli. So when I couldn't find broccoli, I assumed,
You can
Kendrick can't
Brief-
find it
brief a little,
either.
Jeremy, brief. Just take your time. We're not
Who
going
puts
away.
broccoli in their smoothies?
I actually don't.
I know you don't.
Yeah, but just let me get it out.
All right,
okay,
good.
okay.
Let him go. Let him go. ISO,
So,
ISO.
Yeah. So I couldn't find the broccoli. Kendrick couldn't find the broccoli, and I'm thinking one day he's got to find it. So I went back. I rewatched the song, and me trying to decode lyrics. I'm like, was anything a shot here? Was this a diss? Whatever. But then I was like, no, this is a great song. Will we ever get it? And then I thought, let me go. Not direct to the source, but adjacent to the source. And we have someone here who might be able to provide information. And I was fiending for the green, okay? And I got here and I said, DJ Head, do you have any information about the green? And then you guys helped coach me on how to ask for it nicely from Mr. Lamar. And we requested, you said he at least saw the request, or was aware of the request. And then the people took over.
You set off a movement of broccoli emojis.
I got thousands of messages. And that is not an exaggeration. Thousands of messages.
Was anybody calling it the broccoli before Jeremy Hecht?
Maybe on the depths of the internet, but we brought it to the mainstream.
So you don't give this white king credit for any of this, DJ Hecht?
No.
Why?
I just don't.
Why not? He started. We was on the show with him.
I don't give a fuck.
You get credit too.
For what?
Because you brought it to his attention. We just talked about it.
I did talk to him about you, but we'll get to that.
What do you?
Now let's do it now. What'd he say? What do you mean? Come on, buddy.
What do you mean you talked to him about me?
So,
you spoke to Mr. Kendrick Duckworth Lamar.
Yeah, he called me back like 2 days ago. And
post album.
And I brought up Jeremy Hecht and Jeremy Hecht's, tweet. I mean, or what was it? It was
a DM.
It was a DM. Brought up Jeremy Hecht's DM. And he said he didn't. Of course, he didn't check your DM.
Yes,
but
okay.
I sent him a.
I know that. I woke up every morning looking, and he never opened it.
He didn't open your shit.
Still not yet. Yeah.
He didn't open.
I was expecting maybe a link when it came out. I
sent him a screenshot of your DM that we had for the show.
Yeah,
and he laughed, and while we was on the phone, he laughed. He said, "You know what? I watch. I pay attention." He's like, "I fuck with Jeremy." Like. He said, I fuck with him.
Look at Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't you cry.
Just listen,
Don't you
bro.
cry,
You want me to tell you or
There's
not?
more.
He said,
There's more.
He said, why are you turning pink?
Okay, continue. All right.
He said, I fuck with Jeremy. He do his due diligence, and that's respect.
Woo!
Wow.
So you retire now. You have to retire as a hip hop journalist. Also, now. It's over. How can you top this, buddy?
I don't know how I get more. Thank you for bringing me up.
But no credit for helping the movement around the song, Squabble Up, which we hear is the video now. So they want some live reaction from us, guys. What we gonna do here? We're gonna live react to this video.
Can I take 30 seconds?
I just the water.
Take 30 seconds.
Water.
All right, Yeah.
So how do you feel? How do you feel, Jeremy?
He said you do your due diligence.
You do your due diligence.
And he fuck with you.
And he fuck with you.
As someone who, as we learned on Gloria, takes his pen very seriously and takes his time with his art.
Give our live Jeremy reaction to Doc fucking with him.
That means the most.
Close? I'm gonna see a tear.
Zoom
Tears
in
coming. A
Here
tear's
come the
coming,
tears.
buddy.
Can you cry on demand?
No. But I will tear up when I get emotional.
Your voice just cracked?
My voice cracked a little.
I got another scoop though,
Oh,
Elliott.
the dead homies. Yes, sir.
I got another scoop, Elliott. This one's for you.
I'm scared now. You're pointing at me again. So
I'm sorry. This is for you in the chat and everybody that fuck with the bigger. You're really red. Like you.
I don't know what to do. Can I Kendrick? Thank you. I appreciate
get us some water. You got some
Give your thank you. Give your
Okay. First of all, I want to thank God. Second of all, I want to thank Tupac. Third of all, thank you for the words.
The city of Los Angeles.
I sent Alex
the city of Los Angeles.
I sent y'all a text when I talked to him. Alex has the text. Okay, it's on screen now. And basically, I said off the record, I talked to Dot about you. I talked about you to Dot, and Ellie said, "Don't make him cry." Jeremy said, "Too late. I love you, bro. You don't have to say it back." Elliott said, "Can we save it?"
Oh my God.
Dot to Heck. I said, "I'll disclose a few words on there if you want me to save it." Elliott said, "Please save it." Jeremy said, "Let's save it." So I saved
and
it.
This is what y'all get. See what we get for the people.
The greatest part was Elise was sitting because we were setting up the set for today, and Elise was sitting right there, and I was looking at the text, and she goes, she doesn't know any of this. She doesn't even I didn't say anything out loud, and she just goes, What are you looking at? Why are you reacting? This was my reaction. She's like, why are you smiling like that? I was just sitting there on the tent. I was just like,
okay. Are you done with your moment? Do you want to say anything else to Dot?
Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead. Bro.
Okay.
When did you first fall in love with Kendrick Lamar?
No, we don't need to do that.
When did you first fall in love with Kendrick Lamar's hip hop?
I just want to say thank you. Everything you put out into the world, and I will continue to do my due diligence. That's it.
Elliott, I got something I have a scoop for you and at the bigger picture universe.
Thank you, sir.
Everything I just said was complete bullshit. Fuck Jeremy Hecht.
I told you.
That's that trick? That's that trick? That's that trick?
This was my get back?
That's the payback? Wow!
Yeah!
Jeremy, I told you.
Yeah!
Greatest show ever.
I wasn't prepared.
Greatest show ever.
I wasn't prepared.
Greatest show ever. Greatest show ever.
Yeah.
The bigger picture.
I was
Yes.
not prepared.
Yes.
I said, Jeremy.
Wow.
Wait, so you fake? So you didn't speak to Kendrick at all?
I
Wait.
did talk to Dot, but not about this nigga. Why the fuck would I talk to Dot about this nigga? Dot don't fuck with you. Not fucking with you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
no due diligence.
Yeah.
No
and that's
due
not even the get back. That's the appetizer.
No. Don't. That's not an appetizer.
That's the
That's a full
appetizer.
meal.
That's the
That was
appetizer.
steak.
You told me that my queen
What?
was in the club.
She said it might be a yeah.
Bro,
Elise said it might be
this-
fake, but I didn't
this-
expect it to be
This Canadian told me that my queen was. Go to the footage, Alex and CT. This Canadian told me that my queen was in the club.
Who got the
I
keys
went
to the room?
looking for her.
Yo, you irritated. Yo, he's dead. Where's she at? Yo, you're so irritated. You're so bad.
This makes me extremely nervous. I also am completely nervous for him trying to get me back.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the one that started this on the show. I've never done anything.
That white sheet's coming next week.
I've never even attempted a prank for more than like 30 seconds. I just
Yo,
can't
y'all is-
lie. So I'm sweating. I'm physically sweating because I'm telling a lie right now. I hate this, but we've committed too far. I can't go back.
You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it. You know what that's called? That's called popping out and showing niggas. Jeremy Hecht.
I was already planning the clip. I had the
I
headline
know you
in
had
my
the whole
head.
clip. That's why I want you to do your acceptance speech.
I was-
Keep all
yeah, no, I
that
was-
shit,
The
CT.
way you
You know what I'm saying?
the
Zoom
way-
in on this nigga
the
pink,
the
pink
abusive
cheeks. Zoom in on him. I
Pink
want
cheeks
cheeks.
is crazy.
Hey,
Oh,
you
yeah,
had
that's
pink
fine.
cheeks, King. You had pink cheeks, King.
the abusive way you LA guys
When you
treat
fuck
these
around and
Canadians.
find out.
It's been a tough year for Canada. I'm not gonna lie.
These LA guys with
That's
their
what happens when you
abuse.
fuck around and find out. Elliott Wilson,
These-
Jeremy
I
Hecht.
didn't do nothing.
You got it straight for no reason there.
I'm not Canadian.
Wow, that
Why
was
are you
good.
LA guys so vicious towards these Canadians?
It's not
man?
viciousness, it's cerebral.
You know what the worst part
Look
is?
that shit up.
Him smiling in my face. We're just talking like normal off camera. We're hanging out. We're having fun.
You know what you did to me?
What?
You know what you did to me?
I do know what I did to you.
Okay, so then what are we talking about?
Shouldn't see
You
it.
know, this is indicative of everything we've seen this year in the culture. A Canadian starts it, and the LA nigga finishes it. West Coast.
Great.
GNX.
That would be great if the narrative. I didn't start this. You fucked with me all the time. I just took it there and you took it further. That's fine.
West Coast.
I get it.
So let's watch the Squabble Up video.
Okay.
That's the appetizer,
Squabble
though.
up
I'm
over
just
this
getting
little-
warmed
That's
up.
not the. Why? Wait. So you're gonna drop
So
like
wait,
7
you gonna
diss
drop
tracks
another
on me?
album? That's not good.
Yeah,
you already
wait.
gave us a
No,
masterpiece. Another one?
No. He just got.
That was just 616
He got
in
you
LA.
once. You got him
No.
back.
I'm
That
not
was
going to Family Matters. I'm done.
no. That was
That was Euphoria.
that was Euphoria.
So you're gonna drop another one. You're gonna have 616 in LA.
And then I got you on Meet the Grams, and then you're gonna get a Not Like Us,
But-
and then you can get an album.
What if I don't
Because
reply?
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
He
That's
I'm
how,
only got
keeping
you
it
once
wrapped.
though.
huh?
He only shouldn't see it you once.
Yeah.
Why you got to hit him back? How many
I
times
didn't even,
back?
oh, I did
What?
say his wife's name though. We
Which-
did learn early on that if you say the name of a loved one, like I said Shensia out loud, and Drake said Whitney.
He
I asked
included
for it.
my queen. That's where he fucked up. You can't say my queen's name.
I didn't learn from Pusha, from Kendrick, and now DJ Head.
One thing LA is gonna do is show you, and we're gonna pop out.
It might squabble up.
West Coast.
So there was no mention. Like did you?
No
did-
due diligence.
I
Like-
talked to Dot, but not about you.
but
Is there anything you can share about what your conversation with Dot had?
He said, "This is what he on.
What's he on?
What you hear.
Slaps.
This is what he on.
and continues to be on.
This is that's all I'm
Here's
saying."
what, can we,
He
can we-
said, "This is what I'm on right now."
I can't believe a rapper gave us exactly what we asked him to give us.
I told him that too.
That
I
never
said,
happens.
I've been waiting 10 years for this.
Rappers never give you what you, like artists don't never give. Artists give you what you say what you want, they give you what they think you need. They never give you what they want. We said, hey Kendrick, we want a pure West Coast sounding album. Simplify it, take it down, go direct to us, West Coast sounding beats,
Uplift West Coast artists.
uplift West Coast artists, put on the new generation of West Coast talent, do all these things, check all these boxes, and this guy did it masterfully.
he hears this. Let me know he hears everything. And so whether or
I've
not
been
you
telling
want to
y'all
say
this
he's
is
heard the DM,
go
he saw
back
the
to
DM, it's
episode
fine.
1.
But
Go back to episode
what-
1 of the bigger picture. I
so-
told you the homie see and hear everything.
yeah,
But what inspired him to really listen to the people and really give us what we wanted? In your point of view, your POV.
Okay, from my perspective, is he really is on some LA shit. Like when he said niggas don't like the West Coast and I'm fine with it, I'll push the line with it. This is pushing the line. The thing is, from my perspective, not my conversation with him, but from my perspective, I even go back to June when we did the pop out show.
Mhm.
When we did the pop out, it was made clear to everybody this is not an anti anybody concert. This is a pro us concert. This is about us. Don't mention anybody. We're not dissing nobody. This is a unification process. That's really what he on. That's what you see in the remnants
So
of right
it
now.
comes from the Not Like Us record, right? The unification or the energy of that, I guess.
The energy
right?
of it, yes.
Like we heard him off this mustard sounding very West Coast. And also I love it because I come from the era where in the 90s we had regional sounds. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't necessarily love the era where you don't know where this beat's from. Like LA has a certain sound.
Well,
whether it's LA, whether it's the Bay. And this album, magnifies that.
in
to
my
me.
humble opinion, how you good?
But he's gonna need a
I
minute.
was just checking my mic and my
Nice.
heart. No,
It's a roller coaster ride. We're only like 20 minutes in.
yeah. This is, we haven't even
He's
talked about
bleeding.
the album
He's
yet.
bleeding.
You leaking?
No, I'm
Due
good. I'm good.
diligence.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
He's gonna wake up
I-
due diligence. He's stuck. I'm stuck on due diligence. I'm the
He used
I'm the
such a
fragile op.
specific term.
Yeah, your due diligence. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're a mean man, DJ Head.
I'm very proud of myself right
That
now.
was
You
good.
got that off.
That was good.
You know what I'm saying?
The chat is going to be going crazy right now. Their roller coaster ride. They're going to be proud of me for like 5 straight minutes, and then just
Oh no, I need
The
the
heel-
clip.
That's you did the heel turn. You did the wrestling.
That was definitely a heel turn.
Hit him with the steel chair.
Hit him with that, hit that nigga in the back. Boom.
Now you did when homeboy. This I'm gonna take you back. When homeboy Shawn Michaels back when he was coming up when he kicked old boy through the glass when they broke up.
Yes.
What was homeboy? What was
You talking about
old school? Was that before your time?
old school? Oh no, that's before my time.
He had a partner.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He kicked homeboy with
I know what you're
barbershop
talking
thing,
about. I know what you're
kicked
talking
him
about.
through some glass.
I want to say it's like Midnight Express, but I don't.
Yeah, they
I
were
don't know.
tag team duo.
I don't know if that was the right name.
That
But
was one of
anyway,
the heel turns. Yes.
what was I saying?
The chat'll know.
What was I saying?
he's on this.
Regional
he's on
sound.
the
I said the regional
unification,
sound.
Oh,
West Coast.
So, in my humble opinion, music was better when it was regional
I agree.
because when I listen to Future, when I listen to the project, it sounds like that. Nowhere else is it like that no more. I mean, you have drill like coming from the East Coast, London, stuff like that, and then you got Chicago,
It's not
Midwest,
distinguishable.
Midwest drill, but you don't really know who's from where. I like listening to Fat Joe and knowing he from the Bronx.
Yep.
I like that shit. You know what I mean? I like listening to E40 and he sound
That's
like
what 90s hip hop was.
he's from the Bay.
Yeah.
But that's how you stay up on culture in different regions. If everybody's making drill, everybody's making trap, how do you know what's going on culturally in that region?
Yep.
Me personally, I prefer it that way. Like even in the Midwest, when the chopper style was thing, you got Twista, you got Eminem, you got Tech Nine, you had Bone Thugs, like all these people who rapped in the chopper style.
Yeah.
It's like as soon as you hear it, I'm like, oh, they from the Midwest. I need to tap into some of that. Like it just to me, I like the and when I listen to Dipset, I'm like, oh, them was some Harlem niggas. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you could just hear it immediately and you could identify it. I like that about music. I don't like everybody sound the same now.
So you think the success of Not Like Us, Kendrick with Mustard, that helped bridge that gap of like, let's go back to that. Let's bring that energy back.
I don't know if it was that specific, but this is what I will say, not speaking for Dot and not about our conversation, but I know him and I know what based on the conversations that we've had and everything that's going on, it's like, no, I'm on this. And it's like, I'm pushing us.
Does that mean it's continued? Like, so there are a few things we can get into based on our past episodes, but does that mean moving forward, we expect to hear continued music with this sound, with LA up front, West Coast up front, with artists?
I will
bringing
say
in-
this, not
This is a fun episode.
not you will hear more of this from this region.
Okay. I have a theory. Okay.
Can you believe him? Can you trust him?
Well, now I don't know. I don't know what to trust anymore. But I do have a theory about your Inglewood tweet from last week. and you said, I thought you would have caught it. So, you know,
What
I do my
Inglewood
due
tweet?
diligence. You tweeted, said
Uh-oh.
a lot in store for Inglewood, California. Okay.
Inglewood.
And it was when we were talking about Absol's tweet also, when he said the homie's on some shit right now. So this is my theory, okay? You don't have to confirm or deny. I think with the Heart Part 6, not Drake's version, Kendrick's version, Heart Part 6, sorry, that with the talk about TDE and going through all Black Hippie members and talking about Top Dog and Day Free and Punch and the connectivity between them all and the inspiration between them all, an album from Q, an album from Soul, maybe we get an album from J-Rock. I believe that there will be a pop-up part 2, but I think it's going to be a TDE Black Hippie reunion on stage in Inglewood at the Forum where all of them are performing and maybe some upcoming West Coast artists will be involved.
That's what we
performing.
did the first time.
I think it's a part 2, but it's TDE Black Hippie up front. And I think we're going to get a Black Hippie song.
Okay, well, that's bullshit.
But all right.
You not
Question
even
the dreams.
You know what, Jeremy Hecht?
Question dreams all day.
I'm disappointed in you.
Don't double disappoint. I'm disappointed
2
already.
weeks in a row, I'm disappointed in you because you need to think macro, Jeremy Hecht.
Not micro.
You're thinking you're in the minutia of things at the moment. And I would hope that you have the cognitive resources to expand your mind
So you
beyond the
think I
realm
need
of
to-
these
Cognitive Canadian.
You think I
Look
need to
that
think
shit
about
up.
the bigger picture of things?
What?
You think I need to think about a bigger picture of things?
Why don't you just put out an album?
You cripple a Canadian's confidence and
I
then
can't
you
move
want to be
bars.
cognitive. You cripple Canadian's confidence and now you want to be cognitive.
So nothing like that would be in store. for
Hopefully
Inglewood,
you have the
California.
wherewithal to revisit your transgressions with this topic. And
Am I being scolded? This is-
and
I always want you to revisit
What?
some shit.
and recalibrate your frame of mind wrapped around the nuance of this
this is
situation.
a traumatic episode.
I
Can we watch?
didn't know. I thought we
Yeah.
was going to talk about this
Bitch
goddamn
ass
Can,
Kendrick album.
can we watch the broccoli? Let's watch this.
No credit for the broccoli either, right? No credit for the broccoli.
You got it up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
This
cooking
is,
today.
this is a live reaction.
All
The
right.
people love live reactions.
Yes, Squabble Up just dropped. This is live reaction. Squabble Up. The broccoli just dropped. We're getting visual. It's green.
You did it, Jeremy.
It's a chandelier.
I am
Wow.
It's here, Jeremy.
reincarnated.
It's here, Jeremy.
We're live.
Life
That's
goes
culture,
on,
Jeremy
hanging
Hecht.
out with my babies. Woke up looking for the
He
broccoli.
found it.
I keep a horn on me. That come my seat. IP ownership. The
I can't
blueprint.
stop from moving, DJ Head. I'm sorry. My shoulders are going to be moving. So when you hear music, it makes you dance.
Kendrick ain't dancing though.
No, he's just, you think he's going to
Streets
move?
those in LA sign.
Nigga couldn't try me in a tri-state.
Yeah,
Oh,
RJ.
there we go. That's RJ in the back.
No, he spooked town, eyes dilated. I got the money.
Got the homies blacked out.
Yeah, not for screens.
Look at G Perico.
Hey.
Also, the young spitters is in
Oh,
it.
LA's in the building.
Let me know what the price. What the fuck? I got hits, I got bucks, I got new paper cuts, I got friends, I got foes, but they all sitting ducks. It is turf finger cracking double back.
What's that book he has? What's that book, King?
That go. How to be more like Kendrick
Shout out
Lamar
to
is
the Bay.
the book.
That's what it says?
Yeah.
It says that?
I think it says how to be Kendrick Lamar.
Shout out to the Bay.
Some cheeks.
Oh, the Ice-T cover. Darlene, right? Tribute to Darlene. Oh, girl.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, damn.
Squabble up.
Squabble Up.
Squabble up. Squabble up.
Oh, he's got a low.
Squabble up. Squabble up. Squabble up. Squabble up.
Yeah, Storm.
A Soul Train soundboard.
Oh, this is dope. Jesus Saves Gangsters too.
It's a whole lot of culture here, right?
A
DJ?
lot of culture.
Soul Train Scramble Board.
Wow.
Yeah.
The
Let's
Vatos,
go.
the brown, baby, the brown.
Unity.
The essays, the Vatos, the Highness.
He looks so unimpressed here.
Unbothered King.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Can we
Candles,
pause?
right?
Can we-
Okay, first pause.
Actually, we'll go look.
Go, let it go.
Yeah.
Hitting switches, right? That's what they say.
I want to know where this room is. The kid.
From the west side to Senegal. It's a full moon, let the wolves out, I've been a dog. I feel good, get the fuck out my
That's the K's Moses type vibe.
I
Some
walk
Black
in,
Moses.
walk out with the size. Man, don't let me know what the path.
Is that a jaguar or a panther? Black
Squabble
panther.
up.
Squabble up.
Squabble up. Squabble up.
Compton Christmas Parade.
Squabble up.
Compton Christmas Parade.
Squabble up.
Wow.
Back to
Day
back
free
Calmatic.
again? Day free?
No,
Calmatic.
Calmatic. Wow, that was
So it's
fire.
Calmatic?
Okay, wait. We got to go back. I wanted
Okay.
to see what he said on right here. It said something on the RIP sign. RIP. I love you. It might just be an actual.
Jeremy Hecht doing his due diligence.
I love you. I'm not. Somebody will figure that out because
Due
it's
diligence is triggering for Hecht.
Yeah,
It's
that
triggering
word.
to me.
That
I'm
word
like-
is. First reaction. What do we think of the video? What do we think of the
A lot of
song?
culture.
Whole lot of culture.
Culture. LA's.
He's
on.
doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down. It's the vibe he's on. That's
It's
your energy
culture,
from the.
bro.
That's what you can share from the phone call. That's actual factual. That he's
It's,
standing on it.
it's culture, bro.
GNX.
I said that episode 1 of The Bigger Picture. This is a culture thing. This is not. That's been my entire thesis through the whole back and forth for this whole shit. Not even back and forth. This whole summer going into fall now, like it's all culture.
Culture wars.
You can't. It's almost impossible to outculture somebody. And I was talking to Charlamagne about this yesterday, actually.
Fragile op. I was just saying he's a fragile op.
You dissing Charlamagne now?
Not of me. Not of me.
Kendrick might have dissed him on that album.
He did. We gotta get to that. Okay.
So
He might have called him a coon.
so
On the album.
Charlamagne said that
No disrespect, but I'm just saying. That's what I hear in the
that pleases you to hear that.
He dissed Andrew Schultz for tearing down the
We
Black
don't know
Queens. We can interpret.
I mean,
And then
it's,
he said the
did.
gentlemen around him could be coons. So nobody around him more.
yo no say.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we can get
Okay,
back
let's
to
go
it.
back to. I'm sorry. You and Charlotte on a Sunday.
Yeah,
Hey
we,
boo, what's up? What's up? Going on? What's up? What's up, King? I'm sorry, my bad. Hey Lennar, sorry.
what is the issue?
Sunday
This is my
greetings,
fault.
Lennar.
I said the fragile op thing. You continue. You're talking to Charles.
You always call it dissension amongst black
Here we
people.
go. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Let's go.
Because he's a brilliant idiot. That's why.
That's my brother.
All right, let's
we
go.
was talking and he said it's so many different cultures that Doc can tap into that others can't. And that's the difference between a lot of these things, which I agree. Like you got LA culture, you got street culture, you got black culture, you got rap culture, you got like it's a lot of different things. The nuances of culture that we have here in California, Southern California, but also shout out to the Bay that's in the Squabble Up video. But California culture, bro, it like I said, some things you understand, some things you won't. And if you don't, that's cool too. But it's rich and it's ours.
I like how you talk about often about the black and brown culture, the brown culture side.
I've been
of it,
talking
right?
about that ad nauseum. Yeah.
And then what's the first sounds we hear on this album? Some mariachi singer
yeah.
that he discovered at the Dodgers game, and
Apparently
setting the
she's
whole album
legendary
off.
too.
Say it again?
Apparently she's like legendary too in the space.
She is.
Mhm.
Okay. But yeah, I think that even the soulful stuff of it, like,
Yeah.
the vibe of those things, you see him definitely paying attention to that and paying homage to that's so much a part of the culture also, not just
The thing is, and
African
it's
American.
something I've been talking about too for the last 6 months. Bro, hip hop is black and brown. I get killed on the internet every time I advocate for brown people because they're like, you supposed to be pro-black. It's like, no, hip hop is black and brown. It always has been and always will be. It's black and brown culture.
We saw Ice Cube and Be Real drop a track the same day as,
It's the
as
truth.
Kendrick's.
It's just that's just the truth, especially when it comes to the West Coast, because in Southern California, it's black and Mexican culture, black and Latin culture. You go up top, you go to the Bay, it's black and Filipino culture. You know what I mean? I mean, there's Mexicans there too, Latinos there too, but it's more black and Filipino, like homogenized. But look that shit up. But like,
educational.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's an educational show. But yeah, I'm just saying it's rich and you either understand it or you don't. And if you don't, then you get a bar.
So I think we talk about reactions to the album when we first heard it, right? So you shared some of it, you and the lovely and talented Gina Views, who was showing out on this immediately live stream.
So what happened was we got up dumbass early to go do Sway in the morning. So Gina and I were with Sway. As we're going off the air, the album drops. Whole album.
And you had no awareness of it dropping that morning. Like you didn't know ahead of time.
Whole album drops.
Okay.
And
Like, it was like 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m. out here West Coast?
approximately West Coast Pacific Standard Time, because that's all that matters. And so,
God, the cockiness right now with this
Hey,
GNX
listen.
and everybody's phones.
so when it dropped, we went on the air with it, and I posted something, and then we was off to the races. And then I was gonna listen to it in sequence, and Gina was like, "No, we need to go live." And I'm like, "What you mean?" She's like, we need to go live so we can do a live reaction, people. So I'm like, "Oh, you wanna stay on stream?" Okay, we could stay on.
Guy talks in parable in real life.
We could stay on stream.
And this is how he flosses too. He's like, "How do I do this for YouTube Live? Let me call Tuma, one of the head guys at YouTube, to really figure out how to get this done."
Well, no, because what happens if you don't ever go live, because I'm not a streamer, I have platforms that
Responsible platforms.
I use my platforms as responsible. So I'm not a streamer by nature. So I had to make a phone call or two. Shout out to my dude Charles, shout out to Tuma and everybody over there at YouTube to get my account pushed through, expedited a little bit so I can go live. And then I also had to make it so that I had to talk to someone who talked to someone that made it so that my channel wouldn't get taken down, because I did hear that there was a problem with people streaming, and they can't stream on YouTube because they get flagged
to play the
Yeah.
songs.
for playing the songs. But DJ Head did not, because we're in a relationship business, and when you isolate yourself away from relationships, then you don't have access to those resources. So apologies to all the streamers that weren't able to go live.
So sad for them. So sorry for them.
And go live and play their music, but
They didn't censor your slaps.
No, ours is fine, and it's still up.
Doing very well, I see.
Yeah. So shout out to relationships, and shout out to everybody who uses their platform responsibly.
So how aware were you with the sonics you were about to hear? Did you have any intel, or are you experiencing it just like us for the first time of hearing what Kendrick Lamar
The
has
album
to offer?
dropped, man.
I'd like to flash back to 2 weeks ago. Actually, last week. First, let's go last week when we had a very fun conversation about Rapper of the Year and, who deserves to be crowned Apple Music's 2024 Rapper of the Year. And Elliott said, the conversation online is, how can you be Rapper of the Year with no album? And someone in the good chat for us did this zoom in on Head's face when you said that, and he did what I would call a diabolical chuckle, but we can pull it up.
You saying he was playing in my face?
Yeah, I was there too. Both of our faces got played in pause. And then the 2 weeks before that, you had said something about everyone west of Texas prepare because a flood.
I didn't say a flood. You got to quote me. Don't paraphrase my shit. That's what other people do.
Okay, you said I said a tsunami.
You're a
but
journalist.
You said so, okay. We can go to the actual clips.
Because Kendrick didn't do a full album, and even though he gets credit for winning this battle, Future outworked him. Future has it's pretty impressive.
Did he outwork
three
him?
albums? Because Kendrick didn't do a full album, and even though he gets credit for winning this battle, Future outworked him. Future has it's pretty impressive.
Did he outwork
three
him?
albums?
It was that smile.
So is that
right
laugh
here.
indicative that these albums about to come, and we didn't notice, and we weren't aware?
We'll go to the other footage.
So the other footage, he said right here.
This guy spin me again. This guy, seriously, I can't.
From west of Texas, have your affairs in order. There's a tidal wave coming. Be ready.
Stay on stream.
Stay on stream.
That's why there's so many West Coast projects dropping right now. It's like everybody's trying to get theirs before the tsunami. Have you heard any of the tsunami?
I like how you phrase it. I mean, listen, I've heard records of different individuals that are from California.
Any that are from Compton?
I've heard records from people from Compton.
Any that are...
Don't start that broccoli thing. Don't start it now.
Well, I heard the snippet that y'all heard.
Don't do that.
Seriously, I can't.
Did you...
Why is this guy dropping a snippet that's not even on this album?
Ask him.
You have his number. I don't talk to him. You talk to him. That's your guy.
DM him. It worked for Jeremy Hecht.
It did not work. He didn't do his due diligence. It didn't work.
Yeah, I don't know.
His DM got derailed. He didn't do his due diligence.
The worst part is I have to stare at that now. I go back to the DM and it still says, like, you can't send another message. It just says, like, be respectful. He hasn't seen your message yet.
That's what it says?
It basically, Instagram tells you that. Wait, so did you have any knowledge of an album being made or worked on or other records being made with any of these artists?
I don't have a comment on that.
Okay. All right. Then let's go. Okay. We'll come back. We'll come back to DJ Ed. What was your first reaction? Where were you?
I
the album
was
dropped?
home just doing my thing. You know, I don't have a cat, but I was home. I think I was making myself breakfast. It was
What
like
you making, King?
some eggs, scramble it up a little something, you know what I mean?
Real New York style, huh?
You know what I mean? Might throw
Mhm.
some cheese in there, you never know. Might get wild. Yeah, I thought like everyone was like, oh, he's doing another little snippet, another teaser, and then we get a whole album. No, actually, then I went for I do my long ass walk, and then I actually bought it on iTunes because I was like, yo, oh shit, he's put out a whole album. I thought because of the Apple deal, Super Bowl's involved with Apple. Maybe it's just an Apple
I thought that
exclusive.
too.
Yeah, so I hit the iTunes, and I bought the album, old school. I bought it, so I actually paid for it. And then I realized it's on Apple. It went to all the sort. Like an hour later, it was on Tidal. And I just started listening to it as I do my 10,000 steps daily walk or 10 miles, whatever I'm feeling it today.
You walk
Okay.
10 miles?
Yeah, man, it's my new thing. At least 10,000 steps.
You don't walk 10 miles, Elliott Wilson.
You want to see my pedometer, my
Yes.
G? All right.
I think Kendrick said
Don't
he
fuck
only
with me,
wakes
man.
up at 6
10
a.m. and
miles.
does
Put money
6
on it?
miles. You
Floyd
did 10.
Mayweather
Put
don't do
money
10
on it?
miles.
Put money on it?
You walk 10 miles
Put money on it. The majority of this month, I've walked 10 miles.
every day.
Yes.
10,000 steps is great. That's a healthy for
You want
an
to put
adult male.
10,000 on it? You want to put some money on it?
I do want to put $100 on it.
Big 100?
I want to put $100 that you
All
don't
right.
walk 10
That's a
miles a day.
That's a bet.
For the last, you said 20 days?
Are you going on
The
average?
majority of the month, I've walked.
You're going
that.
average?
The majority of the month. So 51% of the month, you walk 10 miles a day. Let
All
me
right.
see that. Give me, you don't
Hold
do your
on.
due diligence.
I'm the
You don't do-
unbiased perspective here.
You don't have no weight.
Let's go
You
on
don't
this
have,
episode, due diligence.
Honestly, you can look. It's impressive. The numbers are
Numbers don't lie, King.
good.
You know what I mean?
20 days.
I got a lot on my mind,
He's
man.
got
You know what I mean?
10.1, 10.2, 10.4.
12 miles, 12 miles, 12 miles, 10
Yeah.
miles, 13 miles,
And you say New York City.
10 miles, 11
When
miles,
you
He
10
see
actually
me,
miles.
is
and the people say what's up to me when they see me in these mean Santa Monica streets. You know what I mean? They pull up, they say, "Yo, Ellie,
Hey.
what you doing out here, baby?"
So,
I'm good, man. I'm just getting my steps
all right,
in.
so I'm gonna send you $100.
All right, thank you, King.
But listen,
Appreciate that.
the bigger picture is what are you going through? Where you walk
I gotta hear that Kendrick Lamar album, man.
10 miles a day is insane. Floyd Mayweather don't do 10 miles a day.
I will say the adult male is supposed to walk 10,000 steps a day.
That's not
Yeah, it
10.
started that way. It started as 10,000 steps.
and so now he's just
yeah, I took it a little far.
How
You
many
take
how
it
many
out, take it
miles is
further.
10,000? Well, y'all don't even use miles and shit. Y'all use kilometers. So how many kilometers?
I've converted to American. So I don't know. I don't know anymore.
So I'm walking
okay,
around
so you're
listening to
walking,
this Kendrick
listening.
album. All right, can we say how we feel about the album? Is it time for that?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, first finish
Oh.
your walk. What was your first thought on it?
Oh, that this motherfucker really gave us a whole album, and I'm like, oh my god, like I can't believe he gave us an album, and I'm hearing every track, and I'm like, this is some real West Coast shit. This is like the realization that, again, like I said earlier, that he's giving us what we wanted, like what we asked of him. Like, this is crazy. Like, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. That it was really just very West Coast oriented. Like Head was saying earlier, it took me back to the 90s where it's like West Side Connection album sounded like the West Side Connection, and you know, Fat Joe's album sounded like Fat Joe, and I was just like, wow, he really did it. Like it was impressive.
Can you pass this to the triathlon?
Wow, you're just carrying 100 in cash. Okay, there we
I
go.
like this show, man.
He walked away.
Yeah,
walked away.
That's
Well,
an
see-
honorable man right there.
Yeah, I'm honorable, unlike other people.
Wait,
got him back.
hold
I
on,
didn't
hold
got him
on.
back. It's
no, no, no,
over.
no, no.
I didn't-
What are you questioning my honor for? I did
I'm not-
one
I didn't-
prank.
I didn't-
Mr. Prankster. I did
I didn't
one
question
prank and
your
now I'm
honor.
not honorable.
Hey, a hit dog a holler. I didn't question anything.
You
I heard
said,
he's on the album. Hit me.
unlike some people, and gave me a side eye. Am I supposed to not take that as you're talking about me?
No.
I'm supposed to just be like,
Yeah.
you just were all looking sideways?
I have to look to my right for this show, Jeremy Hecht. What you mean?
Okay. Well,
You mean look to my left, King?
no.
All right then.
All right.
Jeremy, where were you at when you first experienced?
Well,
Not just the broccoli, but the
So-
whole album.
I actually had slept in a little more than usual that day. I woke up at like 8:30, 8:40, and I got your message in the group with the snippet. And I was like, here we go again. Now we have, first we got the broccoli.
Hey, what
we never
voice
got
is
the
that?
broccoli.
What voice is that?
He always do that shit.
Here
I
we
keep
go
telling you.
again. What voice is
Now,
that?
That's the
We're-
kilometer voice.
now we're not going to get the tiramisu. The 2-car snippet? There's another snippet for me to DM?
Somebody said you gave us the broccoli just to broccoli us again.
Yeah, and so now they reincarnated another snippet. We have the 2-car snippet or the tiramisu. You guys can choose, and we'll vouch for it. And then I was like, okay, but we're not getting an album. I just thought he's teasing, but I thought something was ready. I was like, okay, a project is coming. And then you tweeted the screenshot, and it was Apple Music screenshot. And I was like, oh, I was half awake too. I was like, wait, what do you mean an album? And then I looked, and there was a snippet there was a song that said Reincarnated, and I legit thought that was broccoli.
Yeah,
and then I started getting the tweets in, people saying like, Jeremy, you got it, we did it, the broccoli's here. This is pretty much my live reaction. I had this crazy dream. I don't think it could be real. Every morning I wake up and I'm looking for something specific, but there's no way that this morning is any different, right? King Kendrick. Kendrick Lamar album? What's happening? Reincarnated? This doesn't sound like the broccoli to me. Yes, I'm excited for a new Kendrick Lamar album, but just let me breathe for a second.
Deep, but it ain't deep enough. Fuck a plate, there you go, beat him up.
We did it! We fucking did it! Woo! Woke up looking for the broccoli. Keep holding on me. Come on! What a day! Eating veggies all day. Thank you, Kendrick.
So to me, can you put that back up? Just, you ain't got to play it, but just put it.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Alex. Don't do it, Alex.
What?
Our producer, Alex, don't do
You
it.
said that you said that this is your live reaction.
I mean, I kind of redid it for some, but I hadn't listened to the song yet. I hadn't listened.
You redid what?
My wake up. Like I didn't wake up with a camera in my hand.
How many takes?
It was first take, and that was my actual like.
That was one take?
Yeah, that was like the second reaction I had.
No,
to
it definitely
looked
looked like one take. But I'm just saying that your live reaction to you waking up and finding the broccoli. That's what you said.
Yeah, it was pretty close. Yeah.
Okay. So
I'd actually like jump. That was my actual jump out of bed. That was my scream. Like I was panicking. I didn't know what to do. It was hard to breathe.
all right.
Kid Cudi was over there. What's going on?
Kid Cudi was over your house?
Kid Cudi, my cat, he was confused.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Like that took a turn.
What the fuck? Okay.
That was a crazy throw in. No,
Yeah, it's random.
Kid Cudi
You got
was
some
not-
you want to get off your
Scott
chest.
Cudi was not at my crib. Just
Well, the
me and
reason
my
I
cat.
asked is because like you woke up with a camera in your hand. It reminded
No,
me of
yeah,
the
yeah.
it reminded me of the moon landing, like when Neil Armstrong,
Yeah, no.
the first man to step foot on the moon, but who was filming the fucking show? Like it was a
Yeah.
camera set up, and you jumped off the like. It was like okay, but
Yeah, we don't want. I was gonna go moon landing conspiracies, but you want to go track one because there's a lot to break down.
Let's
we want to
go.
go whacked out
I know you got
murals.
some conspiracy theories
I got
too.
a lot of theories
The
on
Kennedy
whacked out murals.
assassination day?
I don't know. I'm not going to reach that far. I'm not going to reach that far. But GNX, I thought was interesting, the title, right? So we have the car, but I went back to his initial Instagram post where he first teased this car and how much it meant to him. This was on the Jojo Ruski account. Okay, this
His
was
burner, his
this
Finsta,
was
or whatever.
March 19th.
Okay.
Okay, like that drops a few days later. And this is how he closes off the sentiment on Instagram. He said, anybody want to line it up? I'll pull him off the floor and flip yo shit with a marathon emoji. And that was in direct correlation
Bigging
to
up
his
the car.
post with this car.
So he had finally purchased the car?
He
Which
purchased
is
the car. It's one of 547. The thing about this car too is, of course, they only make it in one color, in black, and they stopped making it. But
why?
I don't know why they stopped making it.
The Grand Nationals, all the hood dudes. This some more culture for you. All the LA hood dudes that I know loved and wanted and had Grand Nationals because they actually outlawed them back in the day. They were outrunning police cars. They would beat Ferraris. They could beat Porsches.
Wow.
Like
Whoa.
they were like, yeah, very, very, very apt vehicles. Look that shit up.
So it had a stigma that the gangsters, the bad guys, had those cars.
It was not the gangsters, the bad guys, but people who wanted to be faster than the authorities.
So it was the number one runner on the, like, it was like the car.
That's the car.
That's the car.
And did his father have it? Was there significance to that? I saw some of that theory.
I don't know nothing about that.
The interesting thing is,
Jeremy?
too, they said that it was rumored to be making a comeback. So I thought it was interesting. There's been rumors for a long time that they were going to remake this car. And there's a lot of talk, obviously, with Reincarnation and Kendrick talking about coming back and the Tupac references. So I think Kendrick was channeling more than just the car. It was the energy that this car brought.
And the car reveal was right before the Like That verse came out.
March 19th, Like That came out March 22nd, I believe.
Okay.
So he was prepared, which also I'm curious as to the timing on this album. Verse 1 was written with the line that said, yesterday they whacked out my mural. I looked it up. September 8th would have been the day that his mural got vandalized. That means he would have written verse 1 September 9th. Okay, so I looked up what was going on around September 9th. There was a lot of talk of round twos at that point. There was a lot of talk about what was going to happen next. So Kendrick seems fed up at verse 1, but then we have when J. Cole's Port Antonio dropped, which I think was referenced on that song as well. And that was October, early October. And then we had when Lil Wayne's Louisiana Fest happened, which was referenced here as well.
My heart out and took it from me.
And that was November. So I think Wacced Out Murals was a 3-part writing session, or at least the first part was written close to September. The last part was written in November. And then the singer on the front end was Game 1 of the World Series is where he discovered her. And that was very recent. So to me, at least the intro was very recent, if not all of the project. If it seems like this was him tuned into an energy that was happening very recently. But there's a lot of lyrics to break down on Wacced Out Murals.
Your thoughts, DJ Head?
I also believe that the project was very recent.
And some people are saying that it's just the appetizer. What do you have to say to this? That maybe there's another album in store. Maybe we should stay on stream.
Stay on stream, King.
See, I don't want another album. I love this album. I
yeah,
want to enjoy this album.
Yeah,
I don't,
let me enjoy it for a bit.
I'm having, you know, messed it up for me. Remember Justin Timberlake? What he
The
did
2020?
The 2020
The
experience.
second?
Remember how you fumbled that shit,
Yeah.
King? Justin Timberlake.
The first one
fumbled
was
that shit.
amazing.
And then Justin Timberlake said, you know what? I got some more 2020 for you.
I
And
have
that
no
shit-
smoke for Justin Timberlake.
He went 2040.
You like 2020 part 2? You didn't like
I don't
2020
like.
part 2.
I like Justified.
That's true.
I'm old.
That's
I like
true.
Justified.
Do you like, and another woman that could take a spot?
Here's what I like, though, going back to this murals.
Okay.
I love that he addressed the Lil Wayne shit.
I love that.
I'm surprised he did, and I love that he did.
He didn't diss Lil Wayne.
No, he didn't diss him.
It's not a diss, but you know it's going to be interpreted as a diss. And let's get Lil Wayne's
That's
reaction.
because human beings
He
aren't.
overreacts, but the fact that he acknowledged it cleverly, and you know, and how everybody's in their feelings about. Because I said that I think I said this on our platform. Like, I didn't like how so much of the moment was about how Lil Wayne didn't get it, instead of saying, "Oh my God, Kendrick got this." Like that did step on the moment, and him rapping that acknowledges that he feels it stepped on the moment in a sense, and that the fact that only Nas was being gracious and saying, "You know what, salute King, congratulations." So I'm glad he addressed it. Yeah, I don't think it's a diss per se, but you know it's going to be interpreted as a diss. No matter what. I think Lil Wayne's reaction is wild. Just like his reaction to not getting Tubo, I thought was out of bounds and wild. His reaction, his tweet countering that is wild. Can you read this tweet? How crazy it is?
Let's go through. Okay, so this is what Kendrick said on the song. He said, used to bump the car to 3. I held my rolly chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Now, the hard work reference was really interesting because that was specifically directed at what Wayne said on stage at Louisiana Fest. Can we play what Lil Wayne said? Because Wayne got on stage. He had already kind of said his disappointment, but then he specifically said on stage at Louisiana, I worked hard for this.
I bleed my heart out for this.
Yeah.
You know, during my lifetime, the first Super Bowl was here, I made sure I bought tickets at the beginning of the season. And you know, I did the same when I moved to Miami, and I was wishing my team make it, and guess who made it that year? The motherfucking Saints. I was able to give my mama that sweet. She was able to bring my family and other people from New Orleans, and they had a fucking ball. That moment I said to myself, I want to be on stage for the Super Bowl one day in front of my mom. And I worked my ass off to get that fucking position, and it was ripped away from me. But this motherfucking moment right here, they can't take that, man. They can't take that from me. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for yourself for being amazing.
So he specifically references
ripped it away.
hard work and then being ripped away, and then he tweeted
Also, the let down is kind of a nod to the whole let Nas down.
let Nas
Paul
down, which I think there's Cole references here too.
Yeah.
But Lil Wayne's tweet in response to Kendrick's lyrics was, "Man, what the fuck I do? I just be chilling and they still come for my head. Let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. I beg you all. No one really wants destruction, not even me. But I shall destroy if disturbed. On me. Love." Now,
Fuck Pusha T and everybody that love him.
there's a lot. Do we want to go into Wayne right now before we?
I'd love to hear DJ Hecht's thoughts on this matter.
Okay, you hear Wayne.
I think you just can I read it again?
Yeah.
Man, what the fuck I do? I just be chilling and they still come for my head with the K, you know what I mean? Let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. I beg you all. No one really wants destruction. Not even me, but I shall destroy if disturbed. On me, love. DJ Hecht, do you want destruction?
I really don't want this. Nobody asked for this. Like, he didn't diss Wayne. Wayne is in his feels. Okay, that's fair. You can be in your feelings about certain things. There's nuance to this conversation. Like, I'm not at liberty to speak on, but there's reasons why Wayne feels how he feels. Which, okay, cool. You're entitled to feel how you feel, but I will say this. Let me see. Hold on. Let me call.
Uh-oh. The NFL commissioner.
Roger Goodell. Wow.
DJ Hecht, don't call Roger Goodell. He's busy right now.
I'm just gonna call real quick.
I don't know where this show's going. Due diligence, man.
It's unpredictable.
Yo, quick question. So I'm filming my show right now. Is it cool if I talk about the Wayne shit? No, I'm talking about, remember when you called me? When you sent the text.
Even the people he talks to.
Yeah, remember when you called me in the morning to do the show that night? You was like, I sent it. I could talk about that or no?
No one's doing it like this. No one's living.
All right, for sure. I'll talk about it.
The bigger picture.
All right, man. All right, I hit you.
And we're back live. Wow. All right.
Somebody said that now the album's like every time DJ has showed Jeremy his phone, we can now say what happened at that time. So, yeah.
People
Somebody said that.
They'll be like, is this what he was talking about when he showed you the phone a few weeks ago? I'm like, no, that was a different thing.
You can say who I was talking to.
Yeah, just now, that was Wack 100.
Yes. So Wack calls me and he says, bro, I sent a text over there to tell the homie, like, hey, leave Dot alone. He ain't even.
Oh, because he has those ties with the Cash
like he fuck with Stunner. He fuck with Mac Main. I fuck with Mac Main too. Like
I fuck with Mac Main too. I love
like Mac Main has always been solid to us.
Mac Main is solid.
Even when we were signed to Cash Money, like, you know, we've never had any problems with Cash Money at all. Like when I'm talking about me and Glasses, me and G Malone. When Glasses Malone was signed to Cash Money, to this day, we still have good relationships with them. And we've never had any issue with them. So
Wack saw that tweet and reached out.
Wack reached out to Mac Main and was like, yo, you know,
leave that guy alone.
That this ain't that. Like, leave that alone.
And Top put something out saying, homeboys.
I don't have a comment on what Top did, but so Wack calls me, he tells me, like, yo, like, you know, we gotta talk about this Wayne thing. And, you know, he's like, I for sure hit Mac Main and told him, like, hey, you gotta talk to Tunchi. Cause, like, first of all, bro didn't diss him. He said he expressed his disappointment.
He acknowledged it. Yeah.
He acknowledged the disappointment, but he didn't diss him.
No.
Yeah.
And so for Wayne to react emotionally in that way, like, I think that So again, going back to culturally speaking, I don't know what protocol or culture is like in New Orleans, Louisiana. I don't. That's not my bag. I'm from LA. So out here we have protocols and certain codes and big homies and all kind of shit, right? So the reason why I feel this way about it is because of how things are conducted out here. I'll give you an example, and I'll share some more of me and Wax conversation. It's like if Dog felt the way about what if Snoop felt the way about what Dot said, he's supposed to do what Snoop did as a big homie, which Snoop did say in the studio with us that night, right?
Yeah,
And we put the clip out. We got the okay to put that clip out, so that way we could shut all that shit down same day.
Yeah,
there's no dissension out here amongst us.
Oh, that's how it happened. Okay, so that we were part of that situation then.
Well, it wasn't a situation until everybody heard the record.
Yeah.
And then the narrative started like, oh, Dot is dissing Wayne and Snoop Dogg. He's not dissing Snoop or Wayne.
Wait, Jeremy, for people that know Jeremy, read the Snoop part and then let them know what he said in the sway if they didn't see that part.
So on the lyric on Wacced Out Murals, he said, Snoop posted TaylorMade. I prayed it was the edibles. I couldn't believe it. It was only right for me to let it go. And for those who don't know, Snoop, he reposts a lot to his story, but during the battle, Drake uses Snoop's voice on AI on TaylorMade, and Snoop reposts it to his Instagram story. No comment, just reposts like a fan-made edit. And then the day after, he gets on live and he just goes, "Who did what? They said what? They did what? To who?" And people just kind of thought he was maybe playing the fence. People were questioning if he should have been more loyal to Kendrick and stood on it or said, "Don't use my voice," or whatever.
So long story short.
And then Snoop tweeted that it was the edibles.
Yeah,
he made a joke out of it.
He made a joke out of it.
Yeah.
As a true big homie, like Snoop is going to be like, you know what, nephew? Yeah, I was tripping. Or, K-Dot, the new album, GNX, it was the edibles, West King. Yeah. But Snoop also gave props to Dot before this.
When we were in the studio.
We were all there. We were in the studio, and he was
said
like,
he took the torch. I said you passed him the torch. He said he took that motherfucker.
Correct.
And I'm like, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Correct. So I just wanted to be clear as far as there's no dissension amongst our ranks, like in that way, right? So when it comes to the Wayne thing, it was like, bro, as an elder statesman, as an OG, which I don't know how Elliott would feel about this with like me or Jeremy, but as an elder statesman in the space, whatever the space is, it could be music, it could be journalism, whatever, right? If one of your proteges or someone who either looked up to you or someone whom you've had a relationship with that was quote unquote coming after you to continue the legacy of whatever your legacy is, whether it be emceeing, music, or whatever, we would hope that it would be embraced as more of a respect thing as opposed to being an adversarial thing, right? Yeah. So with that being said, the conversation me and Wack had, he was like, as an OG, Wayne was supposed to do what Dog did. Hey, you know what? You got that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Congratulations. Hope I wish it was me, but congratulations on that. But because that sentiment wasn't the sentiment, you get this, bar in the song, and then it's taken like, oh, it's a diss. He didn't diss Wayne, he didn't diss Snoop. It was just I'm expressing how I felt about the situation. Yeah. And so Wack told me, he was like, it's the same thing as like, he's like, because I'm held to a certain regard in LA. And he said that, amongst all of us, like that's like me feeling a way about him saying something about me on a platform, on his podcast or whatever. It's like, hey, I don't like the way you got at me, or say I don't like what you said about Gina Views. He was like, as an elder statesman, as a big homie, I'd be like, you know what, you got that. My bad. Let's figure it out and move on, right? Whereas that approach wasn't taken in the Wayne situation. So that's where that temperament is. So the energy is to try to resolve that behind the scenes. Well, I mean, behind the scenes, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I've received phone calls and talked to people, but that was the only conversation. I know Wack don't really care about people talking about the things that he talks about because he gonna stand on whatever he say. But as far as I know, he told me like he sent a message over there to Mac Main and like, hey, tell Tunchi like that ain't what this is, and he don't want to do that. Me personally, as DJ Head, I don't want to see the Wayne and Dot thing. Just because it's not going to be good for Toon. No disrespect. It's just not going to be good for him. But also, that Wayne is one of my. That's somebody who I really like. I respect Wayne immensely. Like Wayne is one of my top 5. Yeah, and so I'm like, I don't want to see that because now it's gonna, I think it's gonna die down. But let's play it out. Let's say Wayne makes a diss track. Do you think Kendrick responds?
Have you heard his diss track towards Pusha T?
That's not that great. I quoted it earlier. It was pretty bad.
It wasn't good.
Okay, so
well, no, that's a good. So if it's good or bad, does that a factor of it?
Where the homie is at is he's going to address any and all things, either on the mic or off the mic. He's not.
He's outside.
No, it's not about him being outside. Where he's at in life,
he's free.
I like this PG Lang K'd out. I like this PG Lang K'd out.
I'm trying. I'm not going to violate the sanctity of our conversations.
No, I get it. Say less. You say he would respond.
I'm just saying that where he's at in life, based on what he told me, is he's willing to have any and every conversation.
There is an assertion that is a leadership position. Kendrick is assuming, right? It's different approach that he's had in the past.
Correct.
He's assuming his place as the top guy in hip hop, the leader in hip hop. And he's standing on his principles and standing on the moves he's making and standing on his music.
With respect to California culture. Yes.
Yeah. And carrying that forth in any kind of way that he sees fit.
Yeah.
There's no going back away for 4 years or whatever. Like he's here, I guess is the difference.
Yes.
And when I first heard this, so I did not take this as a Wayne diss, but what I did say, me and Critics of Culture were talking about this on the phone. So the way he
talked to Critics of Culture
every once in a while, yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah, we talk on the phone.
He's one guy.
Yeah, he's a guy. He'll just call me. He'll just be like, "Yo, Jeremy, did you see that?" But we were talking about
inside the internet.
Yeah. But we were talking about Wacced Out Murals, and the way Kendrick is rapping. What we were saying is, he is not coming for anyone in particular. There wasn't necessarily any sort of disses on this track. But he is speaking like he is the number one guy in rap, in hip hop, the best rapper alive right now. And he said, forget about the big three right now. I annihilated it. We're done with the big three. But now that you kind of push that to the ground and you say, I'm the guy, there's only a few people up there that are still going to take anything you say as I'm the best rapper alive as a shot at them because they feel like they're the best rappers alive. So we're saying somebody will feel a way about this, whoever it is. That could be Jay, that could be M, that could be Wayne.
His elders.
Yeah, he's coming for that spot. And I reposted that clip.
To be the greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time.
But here's the caveat. Sorry, finish your point.
Yeah, so there was an old clip that I found where, obviously when he was coming up, if you remember the Monster freestyle, where he says, I'm the best rapper alive, I'm the best rapper alive, tell Wayne to swallow his pride. It was at the time that Wayne was claiming the best rapper alive, right? And he's done that on Control. He's kind of doing it here.
On the album.
He does it on the album, but the way he's speaking after that, where he says, all of these old heads, these flows are getting tired. You're trying to claim that you're their favorite rapper. I do not think that that's a shot at Wayne, but I think this is a shot at whoever, and Kendrick is very ready, like you said, to stand on whatever comes with it.
He's ready to stand on whatever comes with the slot that he's assumed.
I love it.
The number one slot.
I love it.
But I will say this, as elder statesmen, you see Nas, you see Snoop.
Congratulate. Pusha.
You see Jay, you see Push, you even see M embracing. Like even Jay. Like Jay's the one who put him on the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So with everybody you named, it's an embracement of, it's like, hey, you know what? This guy is going to continue what we did, what we started. Let's get it.
Yeah, because to me, there's no denying what he's accomplished, what he's doing, the work he's putting in. We see it. Like when that person has the moment, you see it. You have to acknowledge it. If you're not, you're just lying to yourself.
I did think he addressed the big three a couple times. He did, in my opinion, address Cole a couple times on this album.
The Cole one?
So not only did he step on the warm-ups rollout. This is still
track one?
This is track one.
He had a lot to say on that intro, DJ Head. He had a lot of things to get off his chest on that intro.
He said, dude's been fake loyal since y'all pandering to choose a side. Let me do it for you. Okay. And he continues, he said, all of y'all on trial. You thought I was antisocial when I stayed inside of my house. But then on another song, Kendrick says, J. Cole said, my friends went to war. I walked away with their blood on me on Port Antonio. Kendrick says, more blood will be spilling. It's just paint to me. Now, I think Kendrick basically saying on a couple of these songs without malice, and then even on TV Off, he says, ain't no other king in this rap thing. They like siblings, nothing but my children, one shot and they disappear. And referring to like that, in my opinion. I think he's saying diminish this big, he said big me, but he's like, just let's remember that, you know, and you chose a side by coming out after this battle and speaking about how much you love Drake and how it's okay. He has a bar about empathy, you know, anybody who's being empathetic towards the other side. But I think the bigger point here is when he starts speaking about Drake on the intro, he starts speaking about how there was money in the street, right? Referencing 616 in LA. And he said the guys, let me read the exact quote. But he said,
Certified Cover Boy's on fire right now.
He says, dudes from my city couldn't entertain old boy promising bank transactions and even Bitcoin. I never pieced it up. That shit don't sit well with me. Before I take a truce, I'll take him to hell with me. If that money got in the hands of a crash dummy, could jeopardize my family and burden the ones who love me. So I think this isn't even just about Cole being empathetic to Drake. He's saying, you're empathetic to a guy who is willing to put my family at risk right now. There's people who are saying, you know, there's a rapper who did an interview and who was allegedly offered money to get information on Kendrick. And that information could have led to tactics to get that information. There could have been people at risk. So he's basically saying, yo, Cole, it's cool to be empathetic towards Drake. He can play the victim card all he wants, but you look at what could have happened here and it could have gone a different way. Forget rap. I was trying to keep it at rap. So I think Kendrick is fed up with that. He's fed up with the media accounts, the academics TV accounts that are basically just no matter what, 5 minutes after the album dropped, they say, oh for 12. You know, he's kind of fed up here and he's laughing to a degree. He said, ain't no sympathy here. This shit's hilarious. So like you said, he finds a lot of this funny. But I think Kendrick is basically saying, all right, it's fuck whoever, plural right now. I'm the guy.
No friends in this. No friends in this industry.
No friends.
What?
I don't know. Any more thoughts
Are
on
you
that?
Jeremy's friend?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
I fuck with Jeremy.
And you fuck with me sometimes. But
sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. But
so at this juncture, not speaking for him, but based on what I've observed, is the homies willing to stand alone or together or whatever. It's literally whatever. It's whatever whoever wanted to be. So again,
but you're gonna get this truth basically. Like that's the thing.
Again, going back to the conversation in episode 1 of The Bigger Picture about culture.
Great episode.
5-star episode.
It's about culture. It's about when somebody says it's whatever, that means any and all things are on the table.
Even reconciliation, even positivity.
If I say it's whatever, it could be destruction, it could be hugs. It's literally whatever. That's culture.
But if you take that stance though, right? Because a lot of people have been critical of old boy, like he seems like everybody's a op, he's against everybody. He's no like if you with that rationale, you are distancing yourself and to the most part and saying maybe the friendship these guys once had is never going to be the same, right? So,
it's never going to be the same anyway.
Yeah. No matter what, right?
No matter what.
Yeah.
You heard what the man said. Here's the thing. This is what people are missing. Okay. Yes, it's a rap battle. Yes, it wasn't a friendly fade, but it was a rap battle. Mm-hmm. It was a rap beef battle, whatever you want to call it, right? Cool. But you also have to remember at one point when the loser was the aggressor, it was bad. Everybody was against the homie. Nobody had faith that he was going to be okay. He was going to survive. This is like Drake is going to meme him to death. Nobody was riding on this side.
This is 2 weeks after push-ups, basically.
DJ Head was the only one taking the phase in the street. And that's facts. Everybody, drop. Everybody in the game was saying, drop.
Fat Joe said it was over.
He ain't going to drop. He ain't going to do nothing, blah, blah, blah. And then you fast forward. I knew. Here's the problem. It's 2 people, not even 2. I'll say it's a handful of individuals who knew what this would be. I knew. Top knew. I'm sure like people like Wack knew. Maybe he knew in the back of his mind if it went there, but he didn't, because even he was on Drake's side at first.
You know a crazy story that I never told you? Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But then it's certain. The reason why I was so adamant that this was going to go this way is because there's nothing that you can, there's not like, okay, you put money in the streets to try to get something. What are you going to get?
You came back with no receipts.
What are you going to get? So it's just like someone I know spoke with someone that Elliott fucks with. Okay. He's the number 1 guy, right? And this person that I know told this number 1 guy, hey, leave DJ Head alone. Why did he say that? Because he said he's just like Dot. He good out here. All of us gonna go for him. You ain't gonna get no street shit. They don't got no smut on their name. They're exactly who they say they are.
You live a peaceful life.
They're exactly who they say they are. And
no skeletons in the closet.
Number one most important takeaway from this conversation, and they're smarter than you. You don't have the intellectual capacity to compete against this person. Leave him alone. Same thing with Dot. You don't have the bandwidth for this. It's a different level of cerebral calculation. You don't have the wherewithal for this.
Speaking of which, I don't think I've said this. I heard this wild rumor. I don't have it on authority. That while that period was going on, the whole drop, and Kendrick didn't do anything, that Kendrick went to Delilah's, the restaurant that Drake owns, basically rented out like a back table and had like people surrounding him, and he was sitting and he was in there writing rhymes. It sounds so insane, and I don't know if this is true, but somebody did tell me this, that he did go to Delilah's.
He channeled Drake
and was in there writing rhymes like in a private booth, and they were making sure nobody took photos of him. Like it was a whole thing.
Maybe that's where
it sounds too good to be true, but that's the type of psychotic shit. So I would not be surprised if that's true. I can't validate that's true, but that was a wild rumor that I did hear.
Maybe that's how he channeled for 616 in LA when he was being Drake. He's like, let me go to Delilah with all the homies that have to carry me out.
Wait, so you say I'm confused. You say the number one guy, someone I know?
Streaming.
That part. Oh, streaming. Okay. Oh, there we go. I understand.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Well,
so your view is that there's even less empathy from Homeboy from Dot, because we forget, even though he's so much the clear victor now, he was the underdog. I came in with a scorpion jacket. I thought Drake was going to win the battle.
You weren't alone, though, Elliott Wilson.
No, because, again, I think I was talking to at least before the show started. We had heard about Kendrick, the boogeyman. We knew he was vicious. We knew he made the control verse, and we knew he was an ill rapper and combative, but we never really heard him in a battle, right? And because Drake was in battles and seemed battle tested, I think he had the advantage in terms of how we viewed it. We never saw the boogeyman in its full capacity.
So go back to the bar.
We never
Jeremy
saw
Hecht?
the Fonz rumble. Like, you knew the Happy Days the Fonz was going to rumble, but we never saw him fight.
What was the bar?
Which one?
About everybody and being dolo or whatever you just said.
Oh, they thought I was antisocial when I stayed inside of my house. You better off to have one woman, everything tricky right now. You live it.
There was another one
on the intro, Murals.
On Murals, or the I live a peaceful life. Yeah.
The thing is, again, going back to, so everybody likes to remember things how they remember it, right? But if you go back,
I'm sorry that I live a boring life. I love peace. That's what the bar is.
If you remember when this Push-Ups record was the thing, including Charlemagne in the group chat. I don't know. Head day on you. It's bad. Okay, stay on stream, Key. I'm just telling you, the thing is, like the narrative that everybody loves to remember is the 20v1. Remember when we sat here and we had the episode and you was like, well, he probably just feels bad, his friend. And I'm like, I don't feel bad for that nigga.
Who was I talking about?
I'll take him go to the Take Him to Hell bar. You just said it.
He said, dudes from my city couldn't entertain old boy promising bank transactions and even Bitcoin. I never pieced it up. That shit don't sit well with me. Before I take a truce, I'll take him to hell with me. Now, when you're in a again, this is some shout out to the chat and everybody who loves to learn on this show. There's a part of your brain called the amygdala, which I've spoke on this show before. The amygdala controls fight or flight in your brain. Okay, so when the amygdala is stimulated, you go into fight or flight mode. When you fight, you're fighting for survival. So I don't feel bad for this person because one person can come out the victor. Right. And then also when it comes to what he said about trying to end me or the family, whatever you just said, right? Yeah.
Those bars, it's like, that's true. Because you see one person is doing the Super Bowl and the other person is going overseas.
Yeah, literally the same day. February 9th. He's going to Australia. I thought that was interesting.
Which I also said on this show is that's the best course of action. Should have did that months ago. Go run it up across the world. Go on a world tour. Be the nigga. Because right now what's fucked up is you might have to go on tour till 2028, 2029-ish. Because you got to think, We got the GNX album. We might get some more shit depending on how the homie feel, right? Stay on stream. We got Grammys coming. We got Super Bowl. Then we got whatever we got coming after that. You might see. Then Tyler's going on tour. You finna get it's gonna be ugly for 2 years from today.
From the West Coast perspective.
November 25th.
Huh?
November 25th, 2024.
And then 2 years from now, 2 years after the 2 years from today, we got the Olympics.
In LA.
In LA. I'm not going nowhere. Dot not going nowhere. It's finna be ugly out here.
LA's having a great year.
Year? That's disrespectful, Jeremy.
They're a great lifetime.
West Coast.
You mentioned Charlemagne. I think so. Andrew Schultz also caught what I believe to be not even a stray, a pretty direct, allegedly, but seemed pretty direct. And I'm a Brilliant Idiots fan, so those are my guys. But he said, "Don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman. That's law. I know propaganda work for them, and F whoever that's close to them."
Yeah, there we go.
I can't even read half of the next bar.
Coon,
read
something?
it.
You want me to read it?
This part right here.
I like that. Responsible with your platform.
Yeah,
read it.
We don't want him in trouble. Oh, let me stop me. Don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman. That's law. I know propaganda work for them, and fuck whoever that's close to them. The niggas that coon, the niggas that being groomed, slide on both of them. So yeah, the niggas that coon, the niggas that being groomed, slide on both of them.
So we don't have to play the clip.
Is that a stray? Oh boy, come on, man.
Because there was a clip that went viral where these two guys from the UK were on Schultz's podcast Flagrant, which is also sponsored by Stake, which is also Drake's affiliate gambling site.
Oh, so there you go. He's calling So the apologies to Charlemagne. He's calling those gentlemen cool.
He's calling the guys next to Schultz.
Why you didn't want to read that, King?
Why didn't I want to?
Because he doesn't like
you would want me to read all of this?
Well, I also have a clip.
What clip?
I have a clip.
Okay.
Can we go to the clip? Okay, we're gonna go to the clip that I have.
I never know where this show's going. And we're on track.
You're trying to get me twice in the same day?
Hey man, listen, it's a blitzkrieg. Look that shit up.
What does that say again?
Blitzkrieg.
Blitzkrieg?
Yeah.
Is a German word that translates to lightning war and refers to a military strategy that uses a surprise attack to quickly overpower an enemy. Am I an enemy?
That's why you can't fuck with niggas like me. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
So do you feel a sense of redemption, like you said? The pain you went through, King?
Nah.
Underestimated?
I just want to go to the footage because he refused to read this.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah. Oh, this is amazing content right here.
Scared.
Wait.
He said,
"Wait."
Shot.
This was good. This was good.
This is that Snoop's?
He did get me. Yeah, this was that Snoop's compound.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
You don't get to walk my footage up.
Okay. You got me walking up here.
In all your NSYNC glory right here. You got the Joey Fatone Jr. Shit going on. You know what I'm saying?
My grandpa's shirt, rest in peace.
What kind of shirt you say?
Joey Fatone Jr.
Shirt. Yeah.
You know who that is?
No.
Look that shit up. Joey Fatone Jr. Who is that?
He is an American singer in NSYNC.
Yeah. The chubby one, right?
Yeah, why'd you have to give me Joey? No disrespect to Joey. Joey, this isn't disrespectful to you. But you couldn't even give me
the least attractive member of NSYNC, right?
I didn't get one of the better members in the group.
I love this shit. Here, put this shit on your laptop, Jeremy Hecht.
Who shot this? What is this? Secret Surveillance?
Hold on. There you go. Just play it from here. And they're going to put it in.
Okay.
They're going to put it in.
Okay. All right. I'm downloading the footage. Okay. So
there we go.
Do you want to cue this up at all?
No, just play it.
Okay.
Play it so Elliott Wilson can see this.
I don't touch anything that has that word in it either. What is that movie though? Have you seen this movie?
Why is he smiling? Is the question.
Look.
No.
Yeah. Anyway,
What was that movie called?
the
DJ?
what was the movie called?
The people listening on audio are so confused right now.
Well, there's a movie that Jeremy Hecht didn't want to participate in, and it was on Snoop Dogg's wall.
Yeah.
And it was called. You could say the first word,
Boss.
and the second word was what? Elliott Wilson.
Nigga. The boss,
It was a hard ER too.
Boss nigga. Fred Williamson, a blaxploitation classic.
So this was me using my platform responsibly. I don't see any problem here.
No problems.
Yeah.
Continue.
Okay.
You didn't catch him slipping.
And
And it shows I randomly just be yelling out
yeah,
the bigger picture.
at least just ad-libbing as we're walking out.
Hey, at least Elliott be promoting everywhere we go.
I'm gonna
because-
10 mile walk. The bigger
There is
picture.
it.
I just be walking around.
Do we want to take a quick pause from Kendrick to talk about our Snoop Dogg studio experience?
No.
Okay. See, that's what I mean. He just says no automatically.
Well,
and
we
then
can talk
he'll-
about that after.
Okay,
People
okay.
want to hear the
Okay,
the
okay,
dot
We're
let's-
only on
let's go
track
back to
one.
Kendrick.
We never get through this album.
Yeah, we're on track one.
Are we going track by track?
No.
So
Notable things.
notable things. Okay.
What stands out to you? What is notable to you, DJ?
Squabble Up.
Well, that's
The
you saw
broccoli.
the video there.
Going number one.
Also, what stands out to me is "Hey Now, Say Now."
Yeah, my theory.
I also the other thing I want to.
What are the slaps? What are the slaps?
The
Let's
slaps?
get to it.
I
Let's
mean, the
get
whole
to
album
it.
slaps. Even the Hard Part 6 slaps.
So, do you think that you have to be from the West Coast to truly appreciate
No.
Hey Now, Peekaboo, and GNX?
No, you don't have to be from the West Coast to appreciate it. But if you don't like the West Coast, you're not gonna like this album.
You
if
think
you-
in general, not
If you don't fuck with us, you're not gonna fuck with this album, and that's okay.
no, but I think if you're if you're not anti West Coast, let's say you're not the biggest West Coast fan, the only songs you would take out of that to me are those songs. Hey Now, Peekaboo, and
You can do-
GNX
and Gloria.
are very West Coast.
Gloria's incredible.
No. No.
Like for purists, I'm saying people that may not love that sound. Per
No.
se.
Hey
No?
Now, no. Reincarnated, TV Off, and Squabble. Hey Now, Reincarnated, TV Off, and probably Squabble Up are the most West centric,
Incredible.
right? Which are my favorites, obviously.
I see you already got them on the playlist already. On the
I
effective immediately
same day. I ran, yeah,
rotation.
same day. But Peekaboo, another one, another
Peekaboo.
sleeper. Shout out to AZ Chike.
Yeah, can you go through the features for the people who are unaware? There's a lot of upcoming LA artists, West Coast artists who are hot out here.
Well, SZA
who are
has two
featured.
appearances. But so okay, well there we go. Shout out to Dodie, Wally the Sensei, AZ Chike, Hitta J3. Oh, Hitta J3 on GNX. Phenomenal, fire. Siete is dope. I've been talking about. I actually think I played a Siete record up on Spotlight one time. Lefty Gunplay. Everybody's familiar with Lefty. If you're not, get familiar. You know, he had the standout bars on standout bridge on
At the
on
end of the
Crazy.
song.
on
It was
TV off
crazy,
At the end.
scary,
at the end.
spooky,
Yeah.
hilarious.
Peso, you know, saying shout out to the Latin rappers, bro. We got some shit out here, and then Young Threat. Now, I also want to throw an honorable mention out there to Coyote. Stay on stream for that. But
Shout out to Coyote.
yeah, like I think this is a good.
Like, were these guys at the pop out? Did you bring any of these guys out?
Wally was on the pop. Wally the
Yeah,
Sensei
shout
was
out
on
to
the pop
Wally
out.
the
AZ Chike was on the pop out. Hitta J3 was on the pop out.
Yeah.
And that's it. I think. Yeah.
And we've never, I don't think, I mean, LL had the thing at his album where he had young spitters with him from different regions, but I don't think we've ever had an established artist put that many younger artists on their project. And what's great about it too is that Kendrick's not just like giving them, it doesn't feel like Kendrick's just like, here's a space for you to do your 16. You kind of hear him rapping with them, like his interaction with them. Like,
Peso, that was
like
crazy.
there's a
when they
real
went back and forth,
interaction
yeah.
with it. It's pretty unprecedented. I don't think this has ever really been done.
Well, I can say that they recorded, you know, with him.
Yeah, they have
That's
photos in the studio.
Yeah, they recorded
Yeah.
with him. So,
Yeah.
and then also I will say this too.
Like to really create with
not
the
necessarily
generation.
in direct correlation with what Dot did, but there's a lot of conversations that we're having. Again, I shouted out Jason Martin, Problem. We have a whole little Underground Railroad type situation that we're doing where we're trying to make sure everybody's on point, everybody got records. And I said there was a tidal wave coming, and you know, The tidal wave is hit the beach.
Splash.
So right now it's time to, if you are a rapper west of Texas,
Warning part 2.
now's the time. It's everyone. I'll just say this, and I'll leave it alone. Everyone is looking, and people are paying attention to what you are doing. Make sure you on point. Make sure your business is in order. Don't have a homie, just the hood homie who's your manager. Don't have him fucking up opportunities for you, sending misspelled emails and whatnot. Like, get proper representation and take it serious and make records. Don't do that 2-bar punch-in shit where you freestyling because you think you the GOAT. You're not the GOAT. Make records because people are paying attention and we want to help you.
Register them records to media base. So when the DJ plays them records, he really played them records. You get credit for them spins.
Do your due diligence.
Do your due diligence.
Yeah.
Understand the nuance.
Yeah.
I like how in GNX Dot get a little homage to Jason Moore with the what, like what.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Yes, he did.
Oh, let's get right to it though. TV off. How the hell, just on a sonic level, did Mustard do it again? Like the Sonic sequel to fucking Not Like Us. Like,
Mustard!
It's insane. And like, when did he decide? That's the only
Sorry.
question I'll ask Kendrick. When did Kendrick decide to yell Mustard? Like, when? Like, I don't understand. Like,
That was crazy.
I can't believe how incredible TV Off is and the energy of that record. Like, it feels as big. It feels like a real Sonic sequel to Not Like Us.
I have a theory that, and I'm not the only person. I know some people have said this, but so he said he had 5 more in stock, right? He said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Okay.
That's 10 though, just so you know.
Yes. So he had dropped 5, and he said there's 5 more in stock.
Well, I didn't know. Maybe he was counting in kilometers.
No, 10, right? On 10. Okay.
Canadian.
So the 5 more songs in stock. There's theories that some of these songs could have been on that list that he was preparing. And my theory is that TV Off was part of that same energy of Not Like Us. Squabble Up was also part of that same energy. And maybe he actually did have to go back and change some of those bars. Well, Squabble Up was literally given to us with Not Like Us in tandem. And TV Off has Mustard said he was sending a bunch of beats. And so I would think that this is partially a part of that. But the lyrics that were interesting on TV Off, right? Turning your TV off, you would do that if you don't want to see something that's on the television screen, right? Let's say there's something
don't want to
big,
see the Super Bowl.
Yeah, going on. You might want to turn your TV off.
For some reason, you don't want to watch the Super Bowl
If for whatever
show.
reason. If for whatever reason. And he also says he's stepping into New Orleans with the energy of LA on that song. So I expect to hear that tag at least at the Super Bowl. Now I wonder if Mustard knew that this song was coming out when he did that whole grand entry at Flog Gnaw. But
yeah, he knew this one. Yes,
Yeah,
I would have. Yeah,
I talked to Mustard about the Flog Gnaw thing.
What did he say?
I saw Mustard at we went to go see Blast, and we were in the suite together, and I was telling him, but we were talking about the Flog Gnaw shit, and he was like, bro, the energy was crazy. Like, he said the energy, he's like, it was unreal. It was unlike anything. He's in a lot of shows, a lot of festivals.
Yeah.
He said this one was different. And I said, I agree. I was watching it. It was different. Like,
It's because he made us thought Kendrick was coming out.
He made us thought Kendrick was coming out.
He made us think. I couldn't even think. I'm you know what I mean? There's just so much mustard. That's my new exit out of conversation. I'm just gonna yell mustard and walk away.
Why did he yell mustard?
You asking me?
Yeah.
DM him.
I think he wanted to give Mustard that shine. Mustard was repping very hard for Kendrick, and I think he wanted to give him the shout out.
Also, if you listen to TV Off, Mustard's tag is not on the song.
Yeah, it is. It's right before.
Right before what?
Right before he yells.
I'm talking about the beginning.
Oh no, it's not on the beginning.
The first part of the song.
Yeah. Who produced the first part? Was that Mustard too? Or Soundwave?
Shout out Soundwave. Soundwave don't get enough credit. Do you know?
Yeah.
I was gonna definitely bring Soundwave up later on, but Soundwave pretty much oversees most of that stuff.
He's his 40 basically. He's the.
I wouldn't. No.
That's
Soundwave,
disrespectful. My bad. He's his own Soundwave.
Soundwave
is Soundwave.
That's.
I'm just saying that Too Big had a producer that is part of all the music, all the shits.
Soundwave.
I take it back. Soundwave is Soundwave.
Soundwave has been doing this for a very long time.
Absolutely.
I don't know Lit 40's lineage, and I'm not at liberty to speak on that because I don't know. I'm ignorant to it, but
safe to say that pretty much all of Kendrick's music in his latter years have gone through Soundwave.
Soundwave used to let Dot wears clothes to shows and stuff like that, and he said that on the record. But
Yeah.
like Soundwave has been doing this a very long time, very very long time. So I wouldn't put that on him. Soundwave is Soundwave.
And Kendrick's main producer.
I would consider Soundwave to be his executive producer.
Yeah.
Creative music director.
Yeah, so most of the records have 4 or 5 production credits anchored by Soundwave to me.
And 3 verses. I think what I
Yeah,
loved
a lot
about
of 3
this, we talked about the
verses.
3 verses being dead. What this proves is 3 verses are great if the 3rd verse is impactful. There's a lot of these songs where Reincarnated, you don't get the song without the 3rd verse. Man at the Garden, the first verse is about, you know, the gluttony and the greediness that comes with wanting everything. But then the last verse that ties it all together is saying, you know, why he wants what's really important and why he's actually feels like he believes he is who he says he is. And it's more of a manifestation and a mantra. So I think the 3rd verses on here were incredible. Hard Part 6, amazing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were saying, you know, this kind of does show to a degree. Maybe there were some issues between them, but I love that he used this moment to showcase, we've talked, look at how important my legacy is with these guys. I'm never downplaying what everyone who's been a part of my journey means to me, and there's hopefully more to come. And the Hard Part 6 was dope that he put it on here, basically showing like if there was a song called Hard Part 6 that did enough impact that everyone spoke about it and everyone had it in their mind, you wouldn't be able to put this song on here. I love that he just ignored it and said, fuck whatever you put out. I'm still doing what I want to do, and it's still going to be more impactful than yours. And the fact that the Hard Part 6 was on here, he usually does that as a prelude to his albums, right? You have the Hard Part 5 come up before, the Hard Part 4. It usually is the song right before the album drops. So that's another reason why a lot of people are saying this could be the tape or the appetizer before a real album comes out. Because this would be interesting if it's the first time he put the Hard Part 6 on his real album. Or one of the Hard series.
What did you think of his love letter goodbye to TD and the journey?
Oh, I thought it was fire because everything he said was facts. I actually talked to Dre. Shout out to my guy Dre from Cool and Dre. Dre FaceTime me. He was like, yes, man. He was like, but you know, every time Dot drops, you know, Dre always tap in. But interestingly enough, like, you know, Cool and Dre is a part of this whole story too, because Dot talked about Dave, you know, in that Dave being a part of that, you know, beginning or whatever. And so this is a true story. Like when Hate It or Love It came out from Game, Game 50 Cent, Dr. Dre, the whole shit.
Produced by Cool and Dre.
Cool and Dre produced Hate It or Love It. Top was like, we need one of them for J-Rock, because J-Rock was the front man of TD at the time. Top was like, he hit up Cool and Dre. Dre was like, we got you. They had a beat for him. And Dave Free pulled up on his bike with a brown paper bag for Cool and Dre, gave it to him, and they got that beat for All My Life.
They put like the hard drive in the paper bag.
Nah, I think he had the beat already, but it was like they wanted a certain amount of money for
the money for him.
For the
brown paper bag.
So it was like it was no middleman, it was no labels, it was Top, and Dave gave him a brown paper bag.
Like that $100 he just had gave you, baby.
I don't want to say how much it was, but it was a nice chunk of change, you know, especially at that time. Dave Free pulled up on his bike, gave Cool and Dre the brown paper bag for the All My Life beat, J-Rock featuring Will.i.am and Lil Wayne.
Wow, full circle.
So that's true. That's a true story.
That's crazy.
Like the Hard Part 6 is this Hard Part 6 is all facts.
And what's your take on the fact that, you know, we want to know how's he leaving TD, how's he starting his own thing? We heard all these rumors. Even Homeboy tried to imply, you know, that things weren't good business-wise, right, with him and Top, right? But he puts it on the closure about resolving differences. Like, I think it's dope that none of that stuff ever leaked out if there were any problems, and how he's addressing it here on the song, right?
I've been said that, though. If you remember, like, when we first started the show, I was like, bro, people think, oh, because he wanted to do his own thing. Like, no, it's like, there's no problem. They were in a Night Like Us video. Everybody's in a Night Like Us video.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool to see
they were all at the pop out. me and Top were talking outside of Dot's dressing room at the pop-out. Like, then Top watched the show. Like, he was there with his family. Like, then you seen everybody, all four of them on stage. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you don't know and you're an outsider, that's cool too, because you don't know. That's why the boy thought he can get that Dave shit off, because it's like, bro, are you serious? That's the best you got? But that's what happens when you have nothing. Because it's just, you have nothing. Like, I seen stuff, again, the correlation between this whole year has been me and Dot, right? And then him and him, right? So when you look at it, it's not you, but the two individuals on the opposite side of the field. It's like on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage. It's like, bro, when you have nothing, all you could do is resurface clips of, oh, he looked goofy online. It's like, but you don't have anything. Yeah. There's nothing to have. So again, when you look at certain tactics, like, oh, the baby might be Dave's, it's like, bro, you're trying to create dissension amongst people who you don't even know, number one. And number two, you're trying to manipulate a narrative that you don't even understand how goofy you look right now. Like, the homies are laughing at you. Whitney is walking in the video on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look crazy. That's what this is to me. So when you listen to the Hard Part 6 and from Dot's mouth to the world, hey, this is what it is. And I think it's dope, because now it's like, all right, do you want the story? Here's a story.
No, we say you talked it out. Can you read the last part of the thing? We talked about but if you have differences as men, you talk them out, right?
Yes.
And you keep it clean. You don't go to the internet. We didn't see any sideways tweets and people spilling the business out.
You'll never,
as things get resolved.
And that's another thing too. And I don't know if I've ever spoke on this, but I'll lightly tap it. But
wait, let him read the lyric part
go
at
ahead.
the end, the last part.
Top used to record me back when it was Poor Me, and now we at the round table for what assures me. I guess my motivation was the yearning for independence. Poured everything I had left in the family business. Now it's about Kendrick. I want to evolve, place my skill set as a black exec. I jogged my memory knowing Black Hippie didn't work because of me, which I thought was interesting.
Internet loves that, right?
Yeah.
It takes accountability.
Creatively, I moved on with new concepts. In Reach, Top, remember all the sessions we would strategize. And then he says, put my heart on display. How to conduct differences with a healthy conversation. If that's your family, then handle it as such. Don't let the socials gas you up or let emotions be your crutch. Pick up the phone and bust it up before the history is lost. Hand to handshake is good when you have a heart to heart.
The reason why I respect that immensely, not because that's the homie or not because the rap, none of that, is because
best rapper in the game right now.
On some man shit. You won't get any tweets like that. You're not even gonna get no tweets about the boy, or he's gonna address.
Just tweets the project.
Boom. Here you go.
Greatest 5 tweet run of all time.
But also, you got to think about it. How many rappers?
Sixer.
What he just said about Top and the phone calls and the handling and whatever, how he handles stuff. You've never heard him complain about anything. Oh, I want off my label. Like you see other artists. Seen Ari do it, right? I want out of here. Like, you don't hear the reason. I'm not picking on her. That's the most recent example I can think of. Mustard has done it. YG's done it. If people say, "Oh, don't you say nothing negative?" It's not negative. It's just these are facts. I don't condone that behavior because you signed the deal. Regardless of what it looks like, I agreed to do the bigger picture, right? I can't go on the internet and be, man, fuck this shit, man. They don't pay me enough and blah, blah. You agreed to do it. For whatever the term of the agreement is. Dot finished his term, whatever that looked like. People will be like, oh, like when the boy tried to say, drop and give me 50, and it was like, oh, he finished his deal, just like you finished your deal. I can't speak with 100% certainty, but I can tell you from my limited knowledge of how this stuff works, Glasses Malone was one of the only artists in that whole YMCMB run who didn't have quote unquote a 360 deal, right? But it's also why I told him to do business on that level, is because the label's more invested in you if they have more money, more money's at stake in you. And that's why I think that at that time I was like, that's why I think we're not getting a lot of motion, is because, well, if Drake or
they need return on investment.
Exactly. It's business. It's not malicious. It's business. No one can ever pay you what you're actually worth, because that's not business. Someone has to be able to make money off you for it to be called business. So if LeBron James is worth $100 million, they can't give him 100. They got to give him 80. so I can make 20. Like,
And he's literally worth, like, he brought billions or trillions to the city of Cleveland.
so that being said, I always have respect for people who finish out the course of their deal, whatever the agreement looks like, without gripes. Dot did that. Whether it was 10 albums, 7 albums, whatever. He finished his deal and he's like, man, I appreciate you. Not only do I appreciate you, I love you. Thank you for the opportunity for putting me in position. Top fed these dudes in real life. He really fed them, like fed them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's how you move as a man. Again, I've had discussions with media personalities, I'm not talking about academics, but other media personalities in my city who I told them, I don't respect you. I don't respect how you move because you move like a whiny brat who don't get his way. You know what I'm saying? That's not how you conduct yourself as a man. And I don't know if you've ever been taught how to conduct yourself as a man, but if you agree to something, you finish the agreement.
This is the first album on PG Lang, first post-TD release. GNX, baby.
I love the way he's moved by putting everything in the music. We haven't heard him speak. We haven't seen a post besides the occasional, like the Doechii story and maybe an occasional post on Jojo Ruski's page. We haven't heard him speak, but we know so much about what's going on in his mind. And I think that's why Gloria was so, like, it was an emotional song to me. One of the most emotional songs I think
that.
Kendrick's written. I know, but you're right. Okay, because I was a little teary-eyed listening to Gloria, especially.
Wait, what am I missing? Why do you see that?
No, yesterday I said something to him. I'm like, I'm just gonna answer your question, but you're going to answer with saying, "I can see that," and then I gave him the answer, and he said, "I can see that." Anyways, but as you know, you always say, you just go rap. You want to be a rapper, right? So growing up, when I was writing, a lot of the experience that Kendrick's talking about. The pen is the one that's there for you. No, I'm being serious. Let me have an emotional
The writer
moment.
that you are, the spitter that you are,
no,
the rapper that you are.
When my grandma passed away, he talked about that. Like, you're writing about the experiences you're going through and then the highs and the lows. But on Gloria, it was really cool. Gloria also is the name of a pen. It's the name of one of the more expensive pens. I think it goes for like $250. So he could be referring to that with this title. But the way he spoke about after going to Africa and dropping To Pimp a Butterfly and then kind of going through conflict with the pen. I don't know if he was referring to writer's block or taking some time away before a dam, but it was really cool to see how, no matter what, this is Kendrick's medium. This is his art form. This is what he feels like he was put on this earth to do. He mentioned it on Reincarnated. Kendrick Lamar, he came back here after going through all of these past life regressions and experiencing all of these other lives and going through it, but falling into the perils of gluttony and falling into too much greed and falling into the money, he feels like now he's here for a purpose with his pen, with his word, and to be able to deliver a message to the world. So that's why I think Gloria is his ultimate love letter, not only to his pen and his penmanship with the music, but his purpose in the world.
Did you know it was going to be about the pen till the end? Did you cry?
No, I was confused a little bit because I was like, oh, who's this woman? This isn't Whitney.
This girl's Whitney.
Yeah, I thought it was maybe some woman who passed away or something. No, but once I re-listened a few times, I was like, oh, this is an incredible.
And did we credit Nas? Nas started all that, right? When I gave you power with the pen, or here's another one. Organized Confusion has a song called Straight Bullet. So guys from the East Coast are rapping about the perspective of the gun or a bullet per se, but rappers love that metaphor of
hip hop
you
comic.
think it's a girl,
Bro, that rewind
J.
flip
Cole
was
did it.
crazy.
You like that rewind? You like that rewind?
That rewind flip was fire.
By Nas. Shout out Nas.
I mean, one mic, sorry.
Oh, Mike, yeah. And then the
Which
two.
seems Me in the Garden seems connected to that.
That one mic flip was fire, bro. But I like, obviously, the one that everybody was like talking. I mean, Gloria, I like the flip on the pen. I already knew he was talking about the pen. But
how did you know, DJ?
I
know my music.
Yeah, this is what it is.
Know my sounds.
But that
homie talking about his pen.
That Reincarnated, that was different.
That was dope.
Okay, who's he talking to? Certified Cover Boy.
Well,
is it John Lee Hooker, Jackie Wilson? Who's in the first verse?
Well, they were saying like Billie Holiday. They were saying
Billie Holiday's definitely the second verse.
I don't necessarily know. Okay, I think that he was giving us those clues so that there were people that match, but I honestly believe that he went through past life regression. Like he said that, I truly, because he's talked about being, I made a video on this a while ago. He's talked about reincarnation for every album at some point for the last like 10 years, he's talked about like past lives, being here multiple times, reincarnation. He's mentioned it on the new snippet. I think he truly went through, whether that be through therapy or a drug trip or, you know, whatever. He went through his past lives and realized how many times he's been here. And I think he truly believes that he's channeling all of these past experiences in order to be the best version. And I think he believes this is his highest carnation. Because at the end of the song, he says carnated rather than reincarnated. Yeah. He's basically saying like all these experiences end up with Kendrick Lamar. I truly believe he thinks that.
Yeah, reincarnation seems to be the theme throughout so much.
Channeling that Pac.
And he said he was channeling spirits too. He mentioned that on the
he
the
rapping
intro.
like Pac, sound like Pac without the use of technology.
Ever since
that can be done?
Ever since he said on your show, I believe it was
what, that was crazy.
That he did the Pac dream, right? Wasn't that on
Homegrown Radio? He did say
Radio?
that on Homegrown
And he
Radio.
said Pac came to him in a dream and told him basically carry on the legacy.
He did say that. You know what year that was?
It had to been 2010, maybe.
Yes, it was. Jeremy Hecht. That was 2010. He said that on my show.
And look, what year are we at right now?
This is currently is 2024.
You said something about having a vision of Pac or having a dream. Can you kind of elaborate on that?
It's a true story actually. You know one of them things when you're real delirious in your sleep.
You don't know if you're
in
life or not.
Right.
Like, woke up or anything.
And it's a real situation where I was asleep one night, man, and his blur like a silhouette, and he basically said, "Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let my music die." And shit scared the shit out of me.
Straight up.
Real shit. Just off the fact that prior to that, the day before, my mom was bringing up, you know, you and Tupac, y'all like days apart, y'all birthdays. And I never knew that shit. It was some wild shit. And once he said that shit, and I'm really big on shit like that, spiritual shit like that. Somebody comes in your dream and it relays a message.
You gotta listen.
You gotta listen to it because I got past family relatives that's been passed and been coming to my dreams forever. I mean, and talking to me. And I just really wanted to share that message, man. And I felt like it was something I just couldn't keep to myself. I wanted to put it out to the world and let them know this shit is real for me. I mean, I'm not only doing it for myself anymore. I'm doing it for people around me, my city, of course, and for a bigger power. And that's to continue the message that he tried to carry.
And he did just that. Do you believe that he followed through on that promise from Pac in the dream?
Mm-hmm. He also had a song called High Power featuring Lori Joe. Rest in peace to Lori Joe.
Produced by J. Cole.
And he also used to talk about visions of Martin Luther King. And I was like, bro, I used to think that was fucking crazy. Like, what the fuck did you... Like, you gotta think about it, bro. Like, we're doing an internet radio show in the homie's apartment. And Dot is in there like, bro, I'll talk to Pac. What you mean? Like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, I had vision of Martin Luther King. Like, Pac came to me in a dream, and he talking like this in 2010 in real life. Bro, I'm like, bro, this nigga weird. Like, what you mean, bro? Like,
What you mean?
You know what I'm saying? Where's they give me some slaps? Like, what you know what I'm saying? Like, what you talking
You
about?
and Kendrick both haven't changed.
Nah, we're the same. But yeah, him and Soul used to be on that. They used to be on that all the whole time.
Yeah.
So
Control says the pyramids line too, and that references in High Power, building pyramids,
but
writing
yeah,
my own hieroglyphs.
Going back to that, actually, I'm trying to find that clip because he did say that.
I have it. I've clipped it for HipHopDX. We'll
oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did say that he had a dream and Pac came to him. Yeah, that's a true story. I forgot about that.
Okay, what do we? Let's do a quick sneaker check because Fresh Pair, Up Rocks just dropped.
Just Blaze and
Just
the people
Blaze
over
and
there.
Caddy.
Caddy.
They interview Juvenile and they do a sneaker check at the beginning. What is everyone wearing right now? What do you got on?
Nah, start over there.
Okay, what Elliott's are the loudest sneakers out of ours.
Yeah,
Bush or something. I never
Sneakers!
wore with a strap. I never wore with a strap.
Pause.
Strap on.
Yeah.
Strap it up, guys.
Pause.
That was a pause.
Pause.
Strap it up. That's crazy.
You did.
Or let it loose. Whatever.
say strap?
That's so wild though, Elliott Wilson. Them is like the young MA3s or something.
Hennessy.
The young MA3.
That's crazy.
Is crazy.
That's
But
crazy.
That's the classics right there, Jay.
well, so Shout out when Andrew Schultz used to do Brilliant Idiots, he said he only had one pair of Jordans. They would always clown him for it. I have one pair of Jordans. I said that when I made it in music, I would get a pair of Jordan 3s. That would be my first check that I ever spent for music money. I did not spend my money on these. Shout out to Ace. I got these as a gift from this guy, a very talented guy who was interning for me for a bit, making clips. And he got me these shoes because he does like sneaker trading. So these are my pride and joy Jordans that are getting a little dusty, but that's all I have. The freshest pair in my
You didn't
closet.
even pay for it. You didn't pay for it.
I still haven't bought a nice pair of shoes yet. So
These is the Reebok Kamikaze OG 2s. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Reebok.
Did you pay for yours?
I don't have a comment on that.
I'm the only one that pays for shit.
Yeah. I was at the pop out. I didn't pay to get there. I didn't pay for my shoes.
No, you were on stage.
I was, huh?
Yeah. So you don't remember that? You kind of blacked it out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Beema Williams said that I should be involved in the Nike collab if Kendrick does one. The broccoli.
Why should
the
you
broccoli
do that?
ones?
Why?
He said that I would be great marketing.
Hey, Beema, where's my camera at? Right here?
You're gonna crash out like Lil Yachty? He already got enough
This
from Lil
one?
Yachty.
This one or this one?
They squash it though.
Beema, you're wrong. He shouldn't be involved in anything. For what?
Why is that? You don't think that I could be involved in helping market? I did a great job marketing the broccoli song. You don't think I could market the shoes?
No.
I
think when Squabble Up becomes the #1 song, which I think will probably be next week.
Yeah.
We got to bring Jeremy a present.
No, we don't.
If it goes
a plaque?
No. You're definitely not getting a plaque.
Could I make my own plaque?
I mean, you could, but that'd be infringement.
Damn, and are you gonna rat me out?
No, I'm not gonna rat you out, but it's just the simple fact that you're Canadian and then you would infringe upon black culture for the personal gain.
Damn. Okay, I didn't know we were going there. Well, I just am happy that we got the broccoli. That's what it is. Yeah, we are gonna be speaking about Lil Wayne at some point. But there is this clip where Juvenile said that Lil Wayne had a clean image early on, which is very interesting because they had to keep him clean to appease his younger audience.
Young Weezy.
Yeah.
As somebody who's watched him since the time he was a baby, what's it been like to watch him grow into the monster?
I knew he was a monster. The funny part was when he was like 14, 13, we was telling people Wayne is the future. When we did the first Hot Boys album, it wasn't a kid in the South that didn't love Lil Wayne. I mean, obsessed with him. So we had to keep him clean. So we in there watering him down like, nah, you can't say that.
Right.
You can't say that. We got the kids watching.
Yeah, so that episode's out, but I thought that was really interesting that Wayne has a clean image. I would love for Wayne to keep a clean image right now.
Me too.
Yeah, and I would love for no things about Wayne to be brought to the forefront by anyone in a rap battle. That's unnecessary. We don't need that.
Me either.
Yeah.
Let's keep it clean, guys.
Yeah. You also talked to Juvenile about a record.
Yeah, I did. Actually, shout out to Juvenile because actually, him and Manny Fresh, as you know, like Manny Fresh is one of my goats. Like I got Manny Fresh as top 3 for me, and as far as producers. Let's not get it fucked up. Manny Fresh produced Cash Money Records for 10+ years. Dolo. Solo Dolo.
Team on his back.
Platinum Records, physicals. People had to leave. They had to go leave their house to go get physical CDs. And then Cash Money was a platinum and gold record label year after year after year, 10 years plus with Manny Fresh doing every production. His legacy is substantiated by that alone. Okay. So when I got a chance to sit down and talk to Manny Fresh and Juvenile, that was one of them bucket lists for me. Like JD's next to my bucket list. I gotta hit JD up. I really want to talk to Jermaine Dupri. But anyway, Juvenile actually brought up something that he's never spoke on before. And he was talking about the Flow Rider record Low with T-Pain on it and how that was his record first.
Crazy.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So do we have the clip?
Yeah, we do. That is that Flow Rider.
When I said it and told you how many songs went through my hand, you'd be like, wow.
Then you passed.
I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you a big one. Apple bottom jeans, them boots with the furs.
What?
I ain't want apple bottom jeans
you
on the
passed
song.
on Low?
I ain't want apple bottom jeans on the song. I said, man, you got to take the apple bottom.
So you
jeans
told
part.
T-Pain to
But
take the shit off?
This how it happened. It wasn't my song. The song was originally Paul Wall's. They put me on it as a feature, but I flipped out on it on a little bit. I went in on it. I'm clowning on the song, and I'm like, then they said, well, Paul Wall don't want the record. Then they said, what, do you want it? I'm like, the apple bottom jeans part. Like, they don't wear that. That was popular
like years before that.
Yeah.
But when the song came out, remember Apple Bottom G's wasn't even selling. And I'm like, man, that's a little outdated, that part right there. That's the only part I had a problem with. But I love the song, that's why I did it. And Mike Cameron's went to telling me about Flow Rider and like, man, they really want the song. And I said, well, let him have that. I'm not tripping on that. Let the guy. He said it's a new guy, bro. The song gonna really make his career and da-da-da. I said, well, let him have it.
Where's the Juvenile verse?
I've been asking that question.
So somebody got it.
But I'm telling you, I flipped it. I went in on it.
I gotta hear that shit. There's a Juvenile verse in the wild on Low, which is crazy because that's not even something you would typically hear on Juvenile rap on. But yeah, we had Manny Fresh Juvenile on Effective immediately. It was dope.
That would still go crazy in the club.
Bro, I just want to hear the verse.
Yeah,
I won't leak it or I won't even play it unless he want me to. But I would definitely love to hear the verse.
Somebody said
a diamond record too, right?
I think
Giving
so.
a diamond record
just
away.
You take it. Yeah.
You have it.
Super dope.
What's your take? Did you have on reincarnation?
I thought it was fire. I think.
No, I mean, in general, the theory of reincarnation.
The theory of it. I think it's possible. When I was again, being very astute. My mom told me that I started talking when I was like 1.5 years old or something like that. And she said that we were in the car with my godmother. Do you have godparents?
Mm-hmm. In Judaism, we don't.
Okay. So we have godparents, and that's like the person supposed to take over if something happened to my parents, right? So I'm in the car with my godmom, Yvonne, and I'm talking. I'm just in the back seat talking. Because I
1.5.
Talking. They're like, no, I was thinking it was 2 at this point. So I'm just talking, like having full conversations. Right? Like articulate conversations.
So you're forming like real words in the whole
full
thing.
conversations at 2 years old, right? And so my godmom asked me, have I been here before? And I said, yep. I was an old man. At 2, I said this.
Wow.
And so my mom tells me the story. I'm like, that actually makes sense because I've been old my whole life.
Yeah, you have an old soul.
That being said, I do believe in that reincarnation is possible, but I think that there's a mechanism to it. I don't know what the mechanism is. I'm not the higher power, but I think some of us get to come and do this thing again and again and again, either until we complete something or until we have learned what we need to learn or until we've helped who we need to help. And then the other caveat to that is I think some of us come back as different in different forms, shapes. I think like me, I think I was an old black man, right?
Who was once a young man, I'm sure.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, I think I was an old black man, like an old curmudgeon, right? Look that shit up. Huh?
Were you like bitter about life?
Nah, I just think I've been a curmudgeon my whole life. Like, I'm just not excited about anything. It's just whatever. Everything's Tuesday. So
everything's Tuesday.
So I believe in it, but I also think where we're going is from a technological standpoint. I think reincarnation is going to slowly not be a thing.
Because of AI.
Because of transcendence.
I definitely believe in it.
You believe in transcendence?
No. Well, I believe in transcendence in up to the higher energy, but I do believe in reincarnation heavily. Like I think I don't know, I feel like I've seen past lives before. And hopefully this doesn't sound too wild, but through a couple of psychedelics experiences, I felt like I went back to I lived in India for a while. I lived in Egypt for a while.
Were you?
I was never a super powerful, like I wasn't a king or anything.
What were you?
I was a Buddhist monk in a.
So you were Asian?
Yeah.
You were an Asian man.
I think I was an Asian man. Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. I don't know what that means. But yeah, I was meditating on a ledge, but I do believe that this to be my last life. I think that all of the lessons learned, like you said, like karma, you go through all these cycles, and a few different people have told me that to confirm my belief, at least, that this is my last life. And I just believe that I've been put here to spread as much light as I possibly can into the world using the privileges that I've been given in this life.
You officially frightened me. Thank you.
Do you believe? Elliott's scared. Do you believe in reincarnation?
I know. Kendrick's intriguing me about this. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't as deeply connected with it. I've had the thing when I was a kid about saying I had an old soul and that kind of stuff, but not to this extent. I just think it's interesting. I mean, Kendrick's kind of intriguing me about it, the idea of it and the sense of it. Like, I didn't take it seriously when he's talking about like Martin had a dream and all that type of stuff. Like, I didn't take it as seriously like as you're saying that like that was something he really was on.
No.
I thought that was something he was just saying in a song, was a clever line. Like, I didn't connect to that.
No. He really like he really was telling us about that shit.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
And I was like, bro, like
it makes sense now that you hear his art now, like the way he approaches subjects and what
we
he's
like
saying.
23 or 25. I'm like, bro, this dude get this nigga weird. Like I'm not even there. And I said this when we were on Big Boy too, when Ab-Soul was there. Like I had to catch up to where they was at. I didn't understand nothing they was talking about. The fuck are y'all talking? What the fuck is a long term? He's like, long term, everything's control system. Head. He said this in 2010.
He's standing on it too. Yeah.
Like 2010, everything's a control system. Like the government, religion, like, and I'm like, bro, I go to church. Fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't get it, but you know, we had to catch up.
Should we do past life regression therapy as a group? Class field trip?
No.
Okay.
He loves
One day he'll say yes.
No.
One day he'll say yes to something. It's gonna be real fun.
Can I go outside? Yeah,
And then we're gonna be so surprised.
Can I listen to Kendrick Lamar album again? No.
Okay. Closing thoughts. Closing
Where
thoughts.
did we
on
rate
the
this album? Yo, your man Glasses Malone.
I'm in agreement with Glasses Malone.
The best Kendrick Lamar album ever.
Maybe it may be recency bias.
Wow.
He gave me slaps. I'm a DJ. Elliott Wilson.
The greatest Kendrick Lamar album.
I'm a DJ.
Wait, how many? Put the track list up again. How many are actual slaps?
12.
It's not 12
songs.
slaps.
Yeah, is there any skips? I had trouble finding a skip.
Okay. I got you. Here we go.
Let's see the track list.
GNX.
Just know from a slap perspective.
GNX slaps.
No, wait, no, right here. Wacced Out Murals. That's not a slap.
Elliott Wilson.
That's a great record.
You asked me a question.
My bad. You're right. You're right, King.
Number 2, Squabble Up, slap.
One slap. Can we do a slap count?
Number 5, Hey Now, slap.
2 slaps.
6, Reincarnated, slap.
That's a slap?
Really?
Okay.
Well, the definition of slap comes from rattling a trunk.
Okay, yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Bay Area terminology. Shout out to my dude Dame who called me about Elliott Wilson over the weekend.
Who called you about Who called you about me? What I do now? I'm not good in the yay?
No, you good. So I got Squabble Up, Reincarnated. Squabble Up, Hey Now, Reincarnated, TV Off,
TV
slap.
Off is a slap. Is the slap of the century.
Yep. Number 9, Peekaboo, slap.
Peekaboo.
There you go. Those are my slaps. Oh, 11, GNX slap, yeah.
It's a West Coast slap.
So
that's 6 slaps, 5 slaps? How many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Half the album is slaps.
Slaps. Certified.
And
6 slaps, no skips on the album. 2 SZA appearances. Who else? No one's done that. Okay.
I think we see SZA at the Super Bowl.
I don't have a comment on that. But
I think we see Mustard at the Super Bowl.
Think about this. Just for perspective.
Yes.
Jeremy Hecht, pull up your little shit. Good Kid, Mad City. Where did they debut?
Your little shit.
Oh, my little shit. You want to say on Spotify?
No. Where did it go to the stats of Good Kid, Mad City? Where did it debut?
Said GNX strongest sign, GKMC, Good Kid, Mad City.
Greater than sign.
That's the great, stronger than, greater than.
Good Kid, Mad
City.
You
actually didn't have Good Kid, Mad City. That was mine, number 1. You had Section 80.
Well, Section 80 my favorite. Damn is obviously the better one.
So you putting this above Section 80 and Damn.
Yes. Okay.
GNX.
Number 2 in the U.S. Billboard 200 chart.
Okay, what did it do?
242,000 copies first week.
This is gonna obliterate that.
It was also 10 years ago. More. He was very early in his career.
It's a debut album though. That's where the most anticipation is around.
Yeah, but he didn't have the fan base.
No, Damn did 600,000. Talking about sales. Damn is crazy.
No, what I'm going off Glasses. What Glass said, he Good Kid, Mad City comparison. Not,
got you.
Not the best performing album.
Okay.
Good Kid, Mad City comparison. This is to me. This is my joint for sure.
I think it was the most listenable Kendrick album off.
Why?
Rip because of all of the slaps. But he
also
tried
choruses, hooks.
Yeah,
like
he tried. He said on track 1 that he was trying to not.
Oh, fuck a double
He
entendre.
said this isn't for double. It was very like there wasn't much certified cover boying to do. You listen, you got it. You can go back and still hear things, and there's a lot to dissect, but not like his other albums. Even Damn, which is my favorite Kendrick album.
Uh-oh.
Did you get a text?
Yeah.
You want to read it?
This is just so some LA culture. You can read it. This you don't have to read from who it's from.
Okay. It's not from Kendrick. Fun fact, ... On Kendrick Lamar's TV Off, the person screaming mustard isn't Kendrick Lamar. It is, in fact, your mom when they asked her what she would like on her hot dogs. LOL.
That's just how we talk shit.
Yeah. I mean, you know me. I'm like, wait, who was it? And then I even got off your.
That's just how we
text.
talk shit in the city. But I thought it was relevant to the conversation.
That was funny.
But
but yeah, Damn had kind of the combination of all of these things, but it was also very layered. Like there's a lot of songs on there that you really have to dig into. There's a theme. This album was very lit. So I have Damn as my favorite still, but this is going to be fighting for number 2 for me.
Yeah.
And I've listened to it more than any other album.
I was gonna say best album of the year, right?
It's my favorite album of the year so far. Tyler's very close, but this is the album that I've listened to the most all year in that first week for sure.
So he came in at the end and took it, the best album. So he has the best album of the year, the best song of the year,
or
the best live show of the year.
Now is he rapper of the year? Can Future sit down?
Apple Music are such visionaries.
Can Future sit down?
Oh my God.
Maybe they knew. Oh, do you want to quickly, we got to go over you. At the end of last episode, you dropped the first leaked interview that I've ever seen on paper. You leaked, that was your leak, right?
Yeah,
you leaked.
I took those horrible photos. I'm not a photographer.
And you put that out, and it was Metro and Future's interview with GQ. Shout out to our guy Fraser.
You have it. Okay, Jesus. Look at the bad shadows. Like I don't know how to take a photo.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's not my skills. I'm not good.
Your camera's usually dirty too.
I'm no Felix Unger.
It's broken. It's broken.
It's broken. I cracked the screen. The screen is cracked.
Yeah,
I'm too lazy to go to the
but
store.
you sparked this conversation.
So,
what happened here?
How do I say this? Well, let's go to the beginning. So the biggest thing with GQ is the Men of the Year.
Yeah.
Which is multiple covers, the highest cover they do of the year, right? And it's not just one Man of the Year. They honor a large group of people, Men of the Year. So this year they honored The Rock, I think Pharrell, some other people. And on the music front, Metro Boomin and Future. So when they announced it, they have a big party, a big gala. They were going with the cowboy theme because everybody's all into the cowboy thing. Shout out Beyonce, Cowboy Carter, shout out Shabuzi. Now, just to take it back, I have history with covering Future for GQ. I know a lot of people at GQ. Metro Boomin has done a lot of stuff. He's with GQ in the past, DJing parties for them. They've been supportive of his career. Future, we did a great cover with that. So in the thing, when he did the video, they were saying, yeah, we're going to the GQ event, and it's also going to be Pluto's birthday, so we're going to do something for Future. So I was like, oh shit, this is a big deal. So they have this event, and I wasn't invited. I didn't bum rush. And then I go back looking at it, and I thought it was surprising to me that Future and Metro did not show up to the event. That seemed odd to me.
To the birthday party for Future. Future wasn't there.
Or just the GQ event in general, right? So, and then the cover finally comes out, and I'm like, wait a minute. Like I thought they didn't make it. I thought they were going to pull the cover, like blah blah. So what? Come to find out, my information is that Metro has a weird case,
which I said a few weeks ago.
Which you said a few weeks ago, and it's sort of the energy was that he necessarily wasn't welcomed to the situation, so that's why they didn't come. And then it looked like Metro was the one to bring his cover to the world, present it. It wasn't presented through GQ, so I thought that was odd. So that intrigued me. So I saw that go out, and I was like, "Is this magazine on stands? Like I got to see what's going on." Because then I started to hear also that the story might not be available online. They weren't good because they're not supporting, as you saw, because of the weird case, allegedly. Shout out to Metro. I don't wish none of that. Nobody. I hate that these personal shits get the way they are. Every man's innocent until proven guilty, but he has that father now, that weird case. So, yeah, I did the old school journalism thing. I'm like, he's going to have to talk about Drake or say something, right? So I literally went to a Barnes & Noble. I literally bought a copy. I literally, like a psycho, took pictures of the quotes. And I got to witness how thirsty and nasty the internet is in real time. How quickly they take the shit you put out and run and type it up in Kirko and NFR podcasts or whatever. And how fast they put that shit. It's insane. It's literally insane. I'm taking blurry ass broken phone flicks, and then in real time, people are just typing out what he said. So it was just crazy, man. But it's a great piece. Shout out Fraser Tharp. That's my guy, Summer Man. He does amazing work. Great hip hop journalist. He interviewed Beyonce this year. This nigga's showing out. He's a great hip hop journalist. But yeah, it's hard to get Future them to speak on things, and Future was sarcastic with him, truthful with him. It was a really good interview. But yeah, I brought it to the world, old school style, man. Thank me, man. Come on, look at that. Look at the nasty ass photos, man.
But you also are you happy to hear from Metro and Future?
Am I happy? I'm happy when artists speak about things. As you know, I don't like when they're not speaking outside of me. but I'm glad at least they're speaking.
Are they allowed to talk to GQ, Elliott Wilson?
I tell you, this Frazier guy's getting on my nerves, man. He's not even putting the work in. He interviewed Beyonce on
Is
email.
Future and Metro Boomin allowed to tell their own story outside of Elliott Wilson?
Everyone's allowed to. And I'm also allowed to not.
I'm just asking a
enjoy
question,
that.
King.
No, they talked to somebody. It's not like they went and told their own story. They're
not talking to Elliott.
And when I watch the replay and I say, I don't know if people tell this story outside of me, Jeremy's whole body, his reaction is so insane. He's like, Elliott is nuts. He can't stop laughing. He's bursting. I'm like, I don't like people doing outside of me.
Because you said it so serious. Like you didn't even pause when you said it, and then I didn't know if it was a slip up and it just came out.
Even when I said the apology sizzle, like there's a part of me, like I kind of like compose like,
yeah.
I gotta really say I gotta really say how I actually feel. Fuck. And then I'm like, I don't like stories outside of me. I just don't like it. It sounds rational to me, but I understand it's not. It's irrational. But yeah, no. So but here's this is why I'm so. But DJ had to answer your question. This is what a megalomaniac I am.
West Coast.
If I can't create the story, I'm gonna curate the story and bring it to the world as if it's mine. I have no vested interest in this. I'm not making no motherfucking. I'm not in the marketing plan of GQ and the story still isn't online, right? So you guys only got the information because Elliott Wilson went to the fucking newsstand and Barnes and Noble
10-mile
in
walk.
Santa Monica. I didn't walk this time. I took a car, but I had to get it because I had to get there officially quickly, man, because a Future fan account could have got the shit first, and I brought that to the world. I don't get my credit. I curate. I brought that story to the world. It's not online.
Did you sneak it on the desk? Did you kind of put it out there?
No, I called the guy to hold it for me. Like, yo, and can I get the one with the Future cover and hold it in the back? And come on, man.
Go.
So if I'm the best creator and the best curator. That's what I don't get credit for.
You are.
Go to my Instagram.
You are the curator.
I'm the curator of the culture.
You are.
Elliott.
I'm the curator of the culture. What does that mean? About?
What the fuck is we
talking about?
What does that mean?
What the fuck is we talking
Let's
about?
go.
Who's not? Come on, how?
Hey, you got to put a crash out time.
How, Sway?
Go ahead.
I'm the curator of the culture. I'm standing on that. So yeah, it's so to feed my megalomaniac desires, I can't talk to Future and Metro, but I'm gonna be damn sure that you see what they have to say, and I'm gonna be the first to bring it to the world.
And you did.
All right.
And I did, and I stand on it.
Hey.
And they lied.
Salute to you, King.
On that interview and just brushed it off. We're all friends. It's all good. Let's talk about. Let's
get the show's over.
We
you want to know where I bring the Kendrick album? Where I rank it?
Yeah. Where do you rank Kendrick's album?
No, I love it. I think that I have it still probably below Good Kid, Mad City, maybe below Damn. I have it up there, but I think it's clearly the best record of the year. I think in 2012, Good Kid, Mad City, he made the best album. 2017, Damn, he made the best album. 2024, he did it. I just can't believe he's done this. I can't believe he's annihilated old boy and where we're at right now. I can't believe where we're at.
I can.
And remember, I know you can. And remember, I said that I had it. My big three, personal big three, Dot is taking that second spot. He's there now. It's Hov and Dot. That's hip hop.
Wow.
Hov and Dot.
Wow.
Hov and Dot.
So the only person left for
Is
him
that
to come
right?
at is Jay-Z.
Now you get off the phone.
I'm trying to look some shit up.
Did you
Hov and Dot?
Did you get what you?
Nah, keep going. I want to make sure my journalistic, because y'all on some journalist shit right now.
Okay,
I want to get my journalist. What's the dude's name that niggas be talking to?
Frazier Tharp. FRAZIERTHARPE.
I'm trying to find if Elliott ever had smoke with this dude, because
he's my man.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I've been looking. I'm searching your page like a motherfucker.
Fraser.
I'm like, yo, has Elliott ever said anything?
Nah,
has this dude ever done anything
That's
to Elliott?
guy.
Like he got an interview that you didn't get?
No, he's killing it. He's become the hip hop guy at GQ. He's the only one that's doing it.
No,
He's damn, bro. Elliott, bro.
I met him at
Complex. Yeah, he's dope. Frazier's dope.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll stop trying to find I was looking for it. I'm like, he had to have done something to Elliott. Elliott feel away about this motherfucker.
He's got a Beyonce interview. He got fucking Future and Metro. He's killing it. I'm competitive.
All right.
I have to lose my competitiveness?
No, you shouldn't.
Okay.
You shouldn't lose your competitive, but you know.
But you guys
Elliott's gonna Elliott. I look at it as a verb at this point.
The Elliott.
Okay, Snoop. I got Snoop before we get out of here.
Yeah, we heard the Dre and Snoop album. And we can give our thoughts next week because we got to wrap up. But that was an incredible. Oh wait, this is a great story to close out. So we're in the studio.
Jeremy Hecht's having a whole moment.
Sway, I just met Sway.
He loves everybody.
Sway gave me flowers. I'm like,
No,
I'm crying. Like
I go take a piss, and now Sway's in my seat,
dapping me up,
and he's all on Jeremy.
Yes.
And Darren embracing him.
Yes.
He looks like he's coaching him. Like
he did give me some good advice.
You just gotta like.
Yes.
When you asked, it was
Sway's
like,
a goat.
am I interrupting this shit?
Yeah.
Like, da-da-da?
Yeah. He said Sway's the
Sway.
best.
Dot might not have acknowledged me, but Sway did this week.
You have a new favorite goat now, don't you?
No.
It's
I
over
told
for
him.
us,
I
right?
said you and I even told Sway. I said you and Elliott were my bar when it comes to interviews. Okay, so I'm looking at Head and I say this is crazy. We're in the studio. We're listening to unreleased Dre, Snoop, M, and 50 in Snoop's studio. Sway is over there. I'm sitting next to you. I'm sitting next to Elliott. What a moment. I said, what is happening in life right now? And this man turns to me and says,
Welcome to the West Coast.
like we are in a movie right now. He had his Marvel line queued up. And with that, we
Thank you, Kendrick.
picture. Thank
Subscribe,
you,
like.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe,
Shout out
and
to the chat.
go stream that GNX album because that's the only thing that matters moving forward. But I also want to shout out to everybody else who tried to drop. It's still light at the end of the tunnel for you. So make sure you stream whatever else is out and anything part of the culture. And all you
Ice
artists
Cube.
out there west of Texas, have your affairs in order. The tidal wave is here. Get your boards out. Let's get to it. Also, Elliott Wilson does not like anybody telling their own life story outside of him. So if you have a life story, you've been working on a book, a monologue, a
Want to talk
screenplay,
to me?
anything like that, if you don't go through Elliott Wilson, he's going to crash out on you in a bigger picture.
I'm available. Maybe I'll help you tell your story.
They don't need you to tell the story.
Hey, young West Coast generation. You want to talk to
Oh, so you don't
Elliott?
want to talk to nobody in New York?
No, I want to talk to everybody.
You say young West Coast generation.
They're hot right now. They're the hottest right now in the game right now.
So you said New York is not hot.
They can tell their own story in New York.
Somebody said that. I don't know who my feed was just like, I can't believe the West Coast really outlasted the East Coast right now.
Yeah, and I also know that people that you have fraternized with in the past don't like us, and we fine with it.
How many times are you going to push the line with it? God damn it.
I'm pushing the line because here's the thing. Retribution shall be ours.
Well, we found that out today.
Also, my new thing is I want to claim LA. I think we say from Cali,
No.
and he's like, you're not official. Can I say I'm LA? I'm
No.
from LA. I live in LA.
How many years?
I live in LA.
No, you don't.
I gotta say I live
You
in
didn't hear
Cali.
the bar on the album where Dot said you can't
Oh, the 10, right? Yeah.
You-
What is that? How does that work for me?
you don't go south of the 10.
What is going south of the 10? I live in Venice.
That's Los Angeles. You live on the west side. That's not LA.
But I go there, no? What's
Okay,
up?
so let me ask you a question. You
Okay.
from Queens.
Yeah.
Okay. If I move to Manhattan, do I get to claim New York? I live in Tribeca. Can I claim New York?
Yes, you can.
I get to claim as being a New Yorker.
Yeah.
What about if I live in Midtown?
Yeah, because I was back in the day before a pandemic.
If I live in
You had to
what if
go there
I
to
live
make
in
your
what
money.
if I live in Times Square? Can I claim New York?
So I got to go past Hollywood and go which way?
Can I
Be
claim New
official.
York if I live in Times Square?
You can claim it, yes.
Okay, well, go ahead and claim.
No, but tell me the LA rule. Where do I have to go?
Do the boroughs
I have to make a friend in
will the boroughs
Gardena?
respect that? Do the boroughs respect niggas from Tribeca?
We don't respect Staten Island until Wu-Tang.
Damn.
That was tough for Staten Island.
Do Queens respect people from?
No, it's city pride. But like Long Island is not respect. Like the borough pride is the borough pride. Four
Yeah.
boroughs, not Staten Island. That's the pride.
Is Harlem a borough?
Harlem's part of Manhattan. Yes.
Is Harlem a borough?
They're part of their own entity. They're part of the Manhattan.
Is that why people don't respect people from Harlem?
So
Who
did
said
Kendrick
don't be
really
Harlem?
not? That was all.
He don't fuck with you.
No, but you're gonna.
Do your due diligence.
Wait, he
don't know
doesn't
you,
fuck with
dog.
me, or he just doesn't know. Okay, all right, okay.
All right, well, we done.
But is all a joke?
All a joke.
Okay.
Didn't talk to him about you at all, King. Better luck next time, champ.
Thank you,
Wow.
Kendrick Lamar.
All right.
Say thank you,
I'm
Kendrick
gonna go
Lamar.
cry to Gloria.
The Bigger Big Show!
She said it was gonna be a joke. That's so mean.
He got me though. I didn't see it.
That was great content though.
It was.